listening to the Super Awards Round, the annual award show podcast celebrating the past year of movies, TV, video games, anime, books, and cartoons. Hosted by John Mugiwara JM, Pecco, Jad Peanut,
Ollie says, "Be sure to feed a piece of capitalism."
Christine,
Put her on my head, please.
Rudy,
He told him to touch grass and it killed him.
and Prince Luffy.
Everybody stop! I need to know what the fuck he's doing to that egg.
And most importantly, we reviewed nominees from categories created by us, and we all vote to see who the winner is. And this episode's categories include MILF of the Year, DILF of the Year, Poorest Little Meow Meow, and Most Punchable Face. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right, Austin, you're getting the next category.
Mommy. It's a word that holds a lot of affection for some people. Like, you see a mature woman and think, oh wow. Oh, not, you don't just want to physically, but you just want to lay your head on her lap, have her tenderly stroke your hair as you ask her, am I good enough for you, Mommy?
Jesus Christ.
I feel like this is just an Austin thing, and we all have to go along.
Handing him the reins of the host of the category, you should have expected this.
Yes.
I mean,
so,
I did it. You did. You gave him those reins.
Yeah, so this is to all the mommy dummies. It's MILF of the Year. Shout out to last year's winner, Lydia Dietz from Beetlejuice.
Shout outs to
And
Winona
anonymous-
Ryder. What? Oh, right. You're right. Okay, yeah, sorry that you're still looking at Charlie.
Remember to mention
right.
the possible spoilers, love.
So,
right.
yes. So,
Possible, sorry.
if you want to do it, you can.
Yeah, so spoilers for Dan the Dan, Hades 2, Marvel Rivals, that doesn't really have a story, but alright. Fantastic Four, First Steps, Sakamoto Days, Sinners, South of Midnight, and Street Fighter 6.
All right, let's do it.
And the nominees are, and Christina's gonna shout at me if I don't pronounce these right,
I will shout at you more.
Psycho Ayase from
Seiko.
Dan the Dan. Psycho.
Seiko.
Chico.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna murder you.
Now
I'm gonna
you're
murder
doing
you
it on
dead.
purpose.
Chico.
ahead.
Chico.
Seiko.
Okay, and Seiko. From Hera from Hades 2.
Wow.
Susan Storm, aka Invisible Woman from Marvel Rivals and Fantastic Four First Steps.
They're the same
Go back
character,
to the Marvel Rivals. What the fuck is happening with her spine? Baby girl, are you okay? Do you need a chiropractor?
What is this pose?
I didn't pick it.
Why is her
I
foot
didn't
going
pick
that
it.
way?
Mm.
You can't control which way the blood flows, baby.
Oh,
And-
hush.
God, Austin.
Oh my god! Please
Oh,
don't
boy.
excuse.
And oh god.
Here's how you pronounce this, Austin. If you fuck it up, we're gonna give you one. An owie.
Okay. Aoi Sakamoto from Sakamoto Days.
See, I know you get the last name right because that's your best boy from Persona 5's last name.
Mm-hmm. Annie from Sinners. Lacey Flood from South of Midnight.
Ooh.
And C. Viper from Street Fighter 6.
She's a mom now?
Yeah, she's always been a mom, I think.
Yeah, she's always been a mom. Like, right before
not
she
know
starts to Matt, she actually calls it on her phone, letting her know she'll be running late and that she
I
loves
did
her.
not know that.
John, you want to do the first one together?
We're gonna do the returning nominee, Seiko Ayase. I think I did the description last time, so I'll let you take it this time.
Okay. Seiko. Technically, Seiko is both a mother and, believe it or not, a grandmother.
Ooh, that's a bonus.
She is
That's what shocks people the most about this character.
Absolutely, because she is one of those characters who looks extremely young, but is actually much, much, much older.
Like Tsunade.
Exactly like Tsunade. They actually have very similar personalities, I would argue. She is one of the two lead characters' grandmother. She's Momo's grandmother, and she is a very powerful spiritual medium. She goes around the country doing things like exorcisms and things like that. And while she comes off as kind of like a prickly, bitchy, angry kind of woman who is constantly getting into like little pissing matches with her granddaughter and every other teenager in the vicinity, she's honestly very sweet deep down inside. One of her main things seems to be like feeding everyone, which is very grandma-y of her if you really think about it. So like she always invites everybody like to a meal. She wants to help her granddaughter get stronger and find like spiritual medium powers and stuff similar to hers. But I think when it really comes down to it, despite her exterior and her kind of hard-headedness, which is honestly a lot like Momo, she's a really lovely person and she's hot as fuck. So
Damn straight.
Real quick before you guys continue.
Okay. Oh shit. Let's see the chat.
Oh wait, is Craig still going? Good. I thought Craig was not recording anymore. Good.
Okay. Good,
Don't
good.
scare us like that.
Don't worry, I have a backup if he wasn't. Because on the video version for like with our PNG tubers, it's capturing audio too. It's capturing the Discord audio.
awesome.
So if that happens,
John, do you have anything else to add about Seiko?
only that she was more active in this season than she was the last. Like in the first season,
That's true.
and I nominated her because of the anime. And in the first one, yes, she helped out sometimes, but she was mostly just in her underpants watching her TV shows. But this one, she saves them from the Mongolian death worm with the aliens that they saved in season 1, and also she performs an exorcism on Gigi by summoning a heavy metal band.
And it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
Yep,
It's so good.
You will see that entire scene in a later category.
She also seems to have some sort of weird, like, toxic Yuri thing going on with the cat. who mind you, is possessed by a human woman. Well, a woman.
Yeah, if you guys
The
remember,
cat
female
is not an
ghost.
actual cat.
Not an actual meow meow cat.
which you would only know if you either watched the Reddit, or if we're here for our last year's edition where they were on the Scribblo.
Greenie.
They were,
Yeah,
they
we
were on,
talked about Uber Granny last year.
they were on Scribblo and Foul Creature last year, but they didn't get.
They were?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
But so that beyond that, I don't have much else to say. They did have 2 much more prominent moments in the second season than they did the first. I hope to see more so that she can come back next year.
Yeah, I'm a manga only girly, gender neutral. So, like, I think that she's pretty active in the comics. So I do suggest also reading the manga and stop watching the anime. It is very fun.
All right, Rudy can help me with my next nominee, Aoi Sakamoto.
Okay, so in the show Sakamoto Days, a ex assassin, the man on with the lovely chin and glasses, retires. All because he meets his lovely, beautiful wife. Literally, when we see him meeting his wife, the dude like almost like has an aneurysm.
Yeah, he's just going to buy some snacks at a corner store, and he has a gigantic crush on the cashier, and he marries her.
Love that
Yeah.
for him.
He marries her and has a kid, and because of that, he sort of like lets himself go. But his wife knows what he used to do.
Yep.
And there are times where it's like, you're not going back to your old job, are you? And he's like, no.
Yeah, she's not a,
he knows.
yeah, she's not a generic trad wife. She's like when she married him, she has like, there are rules that we have if we're gonna get married, and the 2 of the big ones are no more assassin, no more secrets.
And this is the wife?
Yes, that's his wife.
Yep, this is the wife. And because also he is a smart man, he knows happy wife, happy life. So
And she is the
he
only
wants, of
thing
course,
he's afraid
to-
of. He is not afraid of any would-be assassins that are still tracking him down. He's afraid of her.
keep in mind, multiple people have tried to kill him. There have been people who have come after him during a day at the park with his wife and his daughter. But yeah, the one thing he is terrified of is his wife. And remember, her cuteness, her appeal was so great that he decided to not be an assassin anymore. And decided to open up to join her in that convenience store.
That doesn't.
Oh, she's super cute. She just looks like way younger than him. Is she, or is that just
no?
Like
he's actually only like 30. He
oh
just has
my
white
God.
hair.
Yeah, he's like a little bit younger than I am.
Because he had white hair before he looks like this. It's just a white-haired character.
Oh, so like Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she
is adorable.
Yeah, she is adorable. And that isn't to say that he doesn't, he like, even though he let himself go, he still is very active in fending off would-be assassins. He just doesn't kill them anymore. He's basically Kazuma Kiryu. He does everything and anything that's not killing them. Like
Batman.
It doesn't matter who it is. He tries very hard to not kill anybody because of the promise he made to his wife.
He can catch bullets with chopsticks. And
that's wild.
And he'll stab you with a ballpoint pen, but not in a vital area, just enough to fend you off.
Mm-hmm.
The pronunciation of her name vexes me a bit.
Well, it's
because it's spelled the way that you pronounce the word aoi, as in blue.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Whatever.
All right, so
who wants to go next?
Yeah, I shockingly, I don't have too many nominees this year. Aoi was my only one.
If I go next?
Yeah, you got a couple.
Go ahead, Jack.
Okay, so the first one I'll talk about is Hera from Hades 2. Yes, Queen of Olympus herself. And despite she really prides herself on her regal status. Like, despite all of her husband's many infidelities, she's shockingly still loyal to him, mainly because he's more focused on keeping a image of perfection to everyone she views as beneath her, so she can be very vain. She wasn't in the first game, but in the sequel, once she reached the surface, she actually grants the boon of hits. Like, every time you inflict hits on an enemy, if you damage another enemy, they'll take a percentage of that damage as well. Yeah. Of course, she can still hold a grudge and due to her animosity. Like, if there's both guards in a room and you can only choose one first, she'll react quite spitefully when she tries to attack you during that encounter.
I see.
Yeah, like, that's another thing in Hades too. Like, sometimes when you see in a room, you have the choice of often receiving a boon from one guard or the other. If you choose one, the other one will react quite spitefully and attack you during that room encounter.
So I'm going to just say she kind of has every right to be spiteful and vain because look at her.
And look at her husband.
Yeah. Look at her husband.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't into geese.
Oh my God, if you bring up another corkscrew penis joke again, Luffy and I will kill you.
Not the time, my man. But yes, Zeus did once turn into a goose, but it had nothing to do with Hera. Wrong mythology.
Okay.
He didn't pull that shit with her.
And
I don't think she would have gone for it.
No.
It was also a swan.
Oh, swan. Okay. Yeah. She has standards, unlike him. So, and I think a lot of us here, one nominee, Annie from Sinners.
Woo! Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to talk about her first?
Do you want to, Rudy, or do you want?
Yes, if I can. So it's kind of like the little to no secret. We all loved Sinners, and I remember like after seeing it, it's like, oh, this is going to be kind of unfair because we like have so many nominations that come just from Sinners. So the amazing Wunmi Masako, I hope I'm saying her name right.
Is it Wunmi Masako, I think?
British accent, and Nigerian British actress, and she has been like just eating it up recently. She was in Love Countries, and she was really good in that. And so when I heard she was going to be in Sitters, I was excited. She plays Annie. She is the ex-wife of one of the Smokestack twins.
Were they married? I thought they were just together.
I think they might have been married. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I've seen it twice and I still don't know.
Pulling up Wikipedia right now.
Yes, please. I think she is Smoke. Yeah. She used to be with Smoke. And she's like a very spiritual person. I think they're sort of
It says here
Which says she's what?
It says here she's devout hoodoo.
Yep.
And hoodoo.
Yeah.
She practices
And,
voodoo.
Oh, okay.
Because my ignorant right ass, I thought hoodoo and voodoo were the same thing,
Nope.
but no,
They are
they're not.
Nope. And I remember because I was watching the Birdman mock this Cinema Sins review of this, and I remembered it was hoodoo that she practices.
Yeah.
And the thing is okay, so I'm just gonna say it. There's a scene with her and Smoke, and it is very, very hot. It's like passionate and intimate. And oh gosh, I was like, I want to be in between them. It was just
That's the bisexual
Same,
dream.
girl, same.
I very much agree. It was a very sexy scene, but it is also very close to a pretty tragic scene, which is where we learn about the fact that Annie does fit into the M of MILF, and that her and Smoke unfortunately lost their child young.
And you see, also, I think that's kind of why it also works, is because you have these two people who have such a deep connection. You know, they feel it on such a level. You know, it like in an odd way. I thought the scene was also very beautiful. But also, I'm just gonna say this: Annie has probably the one brain cell in this entire movie, because she like knows something is up almost automatically. And like, there's a scene where they all have to eat garlic to make sure they're not a vampire, and one of the people say, "Oh, I've never been a fan of garlic." And she's just like, okay, then we can just push it out right now. Like, again, she's the only person in this movie who understands that there is something supernatural going on. And again, the performance is just...
She's the only one who knows what the vampires are. Like, she calls them by a different name. I forget what it is.
Haints.
Off the top of my...
Haint and vampire.
Haint.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were both watching the Birdman video mocking the Cinema Sins review, so we remember.
And she also, tells Smoke that in the case that she is bitten or is about to die or whatever, he should kill her all the way so that she can't be turned into one, which leads to another very tragic and poignant scene between them.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just that she's beautiful, it's just the character is so well written.
Oh yeah, there's so much depth to her. She's fascinating. I could watch a whole movie just about her.
Oh yeah.
And one thing I do want to add, like Rudy and Luffy did that perfectly. There's not really much I can add, except that it's also nice to see that a love interest is more on the plus side. I
agree with that very much, very much.
It is,
and
she's very rare to see a plus size woman not just be like a main character, like contribute to the story, but also be desired, because it's obvious Smoke still cares about her.
Oh yeah,
he adores this woman.
There's no negative comments on her body. She's treated as fucking sexy as hell.
If someone said something bad about Annie, Smoke would kill them, no questions asked.
Oh, absolutely.
People are dumb, but they're not that dumb.
But like, just like looking at it from a larger like Hollywood perspective, I found that very refreshing.
It's so refreshing. We rarely get to see that.
Okay, and Rudy, you want to make the case for... Oh, sorry.
Want me to go ahead and do Lacey?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so she's kind of similar to Annie, as in they're both Southern ladies, and I have a thing for accents. I'm just going to say that. And
I don't blame you.
Understandable.
And I remember, so me and my friend Sushi, we tried to play this game for our YouTube channel, but Rudy has a crappy computer, and I gotta get it fixed before I can play this game properly. But we got it at the beginning, and we're introduced, of course, to Hazel and her mom. They live in the town of Prospero, which I think is supposed to be in Louisiana.
Georgia. Oh,
rural Georgia. Okay. So the thing is, they're like preparing for a flood because certain places like flooding is really bad in their area. And again, we only really see like Lacey for like a little bit, but again, she has a lot of personality. It is obvious she's a very kind, caring individual, and she obviously loves her daughter, and wants what's best for her. And again, I really have a thing for Southern accents. And like when I saw her, I was like, ooh.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous. Great fashion.
Sweet as pecan pie.
And again, her voice is just, oh gosh, I just love listening to her talk.
Who's her VA?
Her voice actress is Cynthia K. McWilliams.
Oh,
let's see. Cynthia K.
She has been in We Bear Bears.
Oh, yeah.
What If as Gamora. She was in Being Puppy Cat. Invincible Girl Fight, and she's apparently currently in Batfam, voice of Vicky Vale. She's also, it seems like she's mostly done video games. She's in League of Legends, Marvel Heroes as Misty Knight, Infamous Second Son, Halo 5 Guardians, Far Cry 5. Oh, she wasn't telling me why. Yeah, Starfield Midnight is her most recent video game role.
Yeah, video game roles pay more than like anime and cartoons do now.
Sorry, you mentioned her voice, and so it seemed pertinent to the discussion.
Again, it's a Southern accent. I'm so weak for a Southern accent.
I don't. Okay, we get it.
All right, okay. I think all the other nominees are Austin's. I think he dominates this category. I think I only had Owie.
Yeah. So tell us about Susan Storm. I guess
both of
Austin.
them.
I was just about to make a joke saying the nominees in this category could dominate me.
Oh God.
Okay, now Susan Storm, aka
dumb.
Invisible Woman, and okay, so I really like her design in Marvel Rivals, despite her wonky pose in that. I'm not sure what's up with that.
She is very pretty here.
I wanted a full body shot, not like a bust one.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
Like, I gotta get back into Marvel Rivals, but I did like her in First Steps. Like we found out that she's pregnant in First Steps, and yet, despite her pregnancy, she is still determined to protect the Earth from the rise from Galactus. Yes, and it leads to a pretty emotional scene where Galactus sensed that her upcoming child will be gifted with immense celestial strength, and he makes them a deal. He'll spare the Earth if she gives him the child when he's
What is he,
born.
Rumpelstiltskin?
No. I was about to say, are we in a fairy tale?
That's what would happen.
So yeah, mainly because Galactus wants to be free from his curse of eternal hunger and want to pass that curse on to the child.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
you stay away from that baby, sir.
As you can imagine, and they say no, and as they escape from Galactus and the Silver Surfer in the spaceship, he starts giving birth to her son Franklin. And it does lead to a very intense and emotional scene.
Yeah.
And
Christine and I watched this movie recently, so I can help out here. So like they tell the people of Earth that Galactus would spare them if they give it the child, and that pisses off the general populace because they want her to sacrifice the child for them. And I mean that's pretty fucked up. But then and then they have like a protest outside the Fantastic Four Tower. And honestly, one of the best scenes in the movie is where the Invisible Woman gives gives a speech about like how she was brought up and all that. But she ends by saying, "I will not sacrifice the world for my child, but I will not sacrifice the child for the world. I'm not doing either one." And that thankfully has the world turn back to supporting them, because if it went the other way, I would have been so fucking mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is determined to protect her son and the world. So much so that in the final fight, she uses her invisible shields and force fields to actually push Galactus back into the was it a black hole or a teleport? Or
They made a giant
portal?
version of that teleporter that Reed was making. That he was like transporting an egg from one part of the room to another. He made these large ones across the world where they were going to try to teleport the Earth. So they just made a big teleportation hole for him to go back into, just straight him in space without a ship.
Yeah,
Get back in your
because-
tantrum hole.
Yep.
yeah, because they couldn't kill him.
I'm sending you to the
That's how
Shadow Realm,
powerful he
Galactus.
was.
Basically.
Yeah, so and that's on my nominees, and the last one, Sea Viper from Street Fighter 6. Okay, gonna be honest, I haven't played Street Fighter 6, but I'm
Oh my God.
semi-familiar with
Did you
the
nominate
character.
her just because you find her hot?
Possibly. But for my
mean, she
brief
is
moments,
She is
Well, for
hot,
my-
but like,
We have a whole category
but
just for that.
Yeah.
where's your integrity?
But for my brief moments from when I played a little bit of Street Fighter 4, I basically got the gist of a character. Like, she's a secret agent and an undercover CIA agent. Like she is pretty badass. And on top of that, every time right before she starts a fight, she's on the phone with her daughter, reminding her that she loves him and she'll be home soon.
Yeah, I do remember that. I mostly played Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which she was in, so I didn't get to see those scenes as much. But I'm glad you picked up on that. But I haven't played more than like an hour Street Fighter 6, so I would like to eventually get to learn more about her. But I allowed it because
Okay,
the MILF nominee list this year was surprisingly small.
Okay, so she's apparently a rushdown character. She has close range, point blank attacks and strong combo potential, but weak defense, making her a glass house. And that's basically all I got left.
Yeah, it's something. This category was very, very small this year. So that being said, I think we've covered all of it, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Voting time.
Everyone.
And I think we should set
shit.
it so that the host, the person that announces the category, should go last. Is that fair?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That
So
sounds
that,
fair.
so that
you
way
wanna go
so that way
first,
they can't
Ruby?
influence the vote.
Mm-hmm.
Go first. So of course I'm gonna vote for
It's 4
Annie.
votes in this one.
Yep. Divide
Yeah.
all the nominees divided by 2. That's how I do it.
Miss Lacey, the very beautiful Hera, and you know what? Just because she's super hot, Miss Sea Viper.
Christine.
You chose the wrong person for this category, John.
She's
Everybody
voting.
has
She's
to
voting on
vote.
all of them.
No, I'm not. I can't vote. in
Yes, you
this one.
can.
She's the only
You don't have-
heterosexual person in this
She's
chat.
not going to vote
Why
for
does
hot.
that matter?
Considering she can vote for which character she likes most, not which one she finds hot. That's not what this category is for.
Okay, fair point.
It's partially for it.
That's what she did last year.
Yes.
Well, I didn't have any nominees down because I.
You're here to just pick the 4 that you like the most.
Just pick 4.
Just pick.
Crap! Hold on. I gotta get the document back open. Go away.
Oh my god.
Shit. Where
Luffy,
is
why
it?
don't you go while Christine does that?
All right.
Yes, please.
Seiko. Oi. Annie. Hera.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's my turn then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seiko. Viper. Susan. And Annie.
Okay, you're
Great.
next, Christine.
Christine.
Okay, you're gonna have to go back through all the pictures because I don't remember.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot she was
That's
there.
Seiko.
Seiko, Hera. There's two versions of Invisible Woman, but they're the same. They're the same one.
Which one is the one from
Invisible
Dan to Dan again?
Seiko.
The first one, Seiko.
Okay, yeah. Her.
Seiko?
Where we go. Go back through them again. You go from here. I want to see. Yeah. Okay. No. You know what? I'll take the I'll take Marvel Rivals.
Well, a vote for Susan Storm's a vote for both because they're the same character.
Okay, whatever. Then yes. I can't see.
Your straightness is showing, Christine.
Shut up.
That'd be nice.
Shut up, sorry.
I love you too. I love you too, Austin.
So you're at Seiko and Invisible Woman. So you have two more.
Yeah. What's her name from Sakamoto?
Allie.
Yeah, her.
Mm-hmm.
And you got one more.
One more.
I know. Is the from Sinner's name
Yes.
Annie?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, yes.
Austin, you're that's.
I loved that movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can like Christine. You since in your case, you could just literally pick it because I like that movie and I like that character. Therefore,
Yeah, exactly.
Totally
Austin,
valid.
your turn.
All right.
Okay, I'm voting for Hera from Hades 2. Sean and Luffy made a very persuasive case for Psycho, so I'm voting for her.
It's too bad I wasn't persuasive enough for you to get the name right.
See. And let's see, Susan Storm, and finally, Annie.
Which means our
All
winner
right.
is for MILF of the Year. Our winner is Annie from Sinners.
Congratulations to Annie.
Actually, I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
Yeah, me
I
either.
feel like Sinners is going to be this year's Wicked for us,
Yeah.
which is why
Yeah.
I'm so glad that Wicked for Good did not make our cutoff this year.
God, that would have been. Well, no, because we also had K-pop Demon Hunters this year too. So it's like
there's
we
also
have to,
that because K-pop Demon Hunters already has an award in their name. Okay, it's Prince Luffy's turn for the next category.
All right.
bring up the dick, Sean.
Everybody. We talked about mommies. Now it's time to talk about daddies.
All right,
So,
let's do this.
the hottest guys who also happen to be parents. Let's talk about the dads.
Hold on, I just
Okay, just that.
give me a mo.
Preface by saying that our winner from
crap.
last year was Cosma Kiryu from Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. And this selection will include spoilers for The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, Death Stranding 2, Marvel Rivals / Fantastic Four First Steps, Has-Been Hotel, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, One Piece, Sakamoto Days, Sinners, Superman and Peacemaker, and Xenoblade Chronicles X. Our first nominee is Farmer Jim from The Day the Earth Blew Up.
Oh, I didn't use the image I wanted to use.
Any image of Farmer Jim is a good one.
I put him in
Okay.
the chat.
Okay, that
I
was
wanted
funny,
a picture
but
of him.
Damn, Farmer Jim.
I wanted a picture of him being a dad.
Sam
Yeah.
Porter Bridges from Death Stranding 2. Look at that little
I feel
baby.
like this is kind of cheating just because Norman
Wahoo.
Reedus is already hot.
Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic.
My
from
beloved.
Marvel Rivals and the
Only because
Fantastic
he's
Four First Steps movie.
Played by Pedro
Oh, yeah, the
Pascal.
Marvel Rivals one, yes.
Lucifer Morningstar from
This
Has-Been
bitch
Hotel. Little twink ass.
Love you, this bitch
Knuckle
again.
Duster from My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Bartholomew Kuma from One Piece.
Aw.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's cute.
Taro Sakamoto from Sakamoto Days. Elijah Smoke Moore from Sinners. Rick
Ba-bum,
Flag
ba-bum.
Sr. from
okay.
Superman and Peacemaker, and Lao Wong
Yeah, I think so.
from
Hello.
Xenoblade Chronicles X. I hope I pronounced that correct.
Me too.
You nominated him.
Can
I know. I don't. Okay. I always call him Lao. That's it.
Can I
Yes.
go first, please?
Go for
I know
it.
that somebody else nominated
It was me,
Sakamoto,
but
but I would like to
you can have him.
speak on his behalf.
Oh, is that
That's
young
Slim Sakamoto.
Sakamoto?
Okay, yeah. So I posted a picture of Sakamoto when he is young, aka when he is slim. Now, here's the thing about me. I think that Sakamoto is hot, regardless, because this man is a family man.
Ooh, I
And
love
a
a family
pillar
man.
of the community, because there's this I think it's like the second episode. So like we said, Sakamoto retired from being an assassin, and an old co-worker, I guess you could say, finds him, and he's like, Mr. Sakamoto, it's you. And he's like, why don't you come back to work? And he's like, yeah, no. He doesn't say that, but it's just very obvious he does not want to go back to his, like old ways. He is happy with the life he has. He has a very beautiful wife. He has an adorable daughter. Like I said, he is a pillar of a community. And the thing is that there's another character that he meets later, named Lu Xiao Tang. And unfortunately, her parents have been murdered. And the thing is just, even though he doesn't know who she is, he automatically has sympathy for this girl, and tries to help her. And the thing is, he seems like a very nonchalant character, and he can be, but it is obvious that he genuinely cares about people. So the character that can read minds, I cannot remember his name for the life of me.
Shin,
thank you. Shin is like a lot younger and everything, and even though Shin can be a little annoying, like I said, so can like Yao Tan. It kind of was one of those like things where he's like, oh, I gotta take care of these dumbass kids.
one of my favorite gags in the series is Shin will ask Sakamoto a question that upsets him, and like Shin can read minds, but Sakamoto doesn't threaten him or anything, but he imagines scenarios where he fucking kills him. And the show and the manga frame it like he actually does it, but then it cuts to it being his thought bubble cloud. We're showing you that he didn't actually do it.
I'm also just
like, for example, he's like, oh, hey, Sakamoto, you want to go back to being an assassin? He stabs him in the neck with a pen, and it cuts to him. He's like, oh, why would you think that, Sakamoto?
So kind of
and like go ahead,
gives
Lucy.
me the impression that he's kind of like collecting kids to father a little
Kind
bit.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's another
Sakamoto runs a corner store, and he hires the kids that he meets as employees, and they help run the store with him.
Oh, that's very cute.
Yeah. And I just, there's like two things here. So as someone, now I'm not saying everyone has got to like kids, but I think one of the reasons I find people who are good with children attractive is because that proves that they have patience and understanding. You're going to meet a lot of people in the world who don't. And the thing is also like a lot of people who come to try to kill Sakamoto, you would think he would like maybe hold a grudge against them, but for the most part, he doesn't. Because like one of the kids he adopts, he was only doing it because the kid is homeless. He's not doing this because he's trying to be malicious. He is homeless. He doesn't have any money. He is living out of a tent. So, Sakamoto understands where he's coming from. And also just another thing, I like a big boy.
You love him thick.
Give me a big boy. I got nothing against muscles, but I also just really like how even though Sakamoto he has gotten out of shape, he's still a threat. This man could kill you with his pinky finger if he wanted to.
Yeah, like I said, he caught stray bullets with chopsticks.
Oh, wow.
That is why I defend this man. I also like how he's wearing a shirt that says slim.
I do like that.
Ironic.
Austin, why did you bring him back?
Yeah, why are you subjecting us to this?
I'm so sorry, everyone, but I just love a hot mess. Like, he acts all regal and...
I will give you that.
But,
I do like a hot mess.
Yeah, like
I hate to admit it, but yeah.
Like, he has a very arbitrary obsession of ducks. Like he has a vast collection of rubber duckies he actually makes himself.
Oh my god, I see them now.
I just noticed all the ducks in the
yes,
background.
He has
oh my god, what the?
Yes, he just
There's
has
so many of them.
For some reason, he has.
I think about that.
I was just cracking up in that scene when he was just wearing the oversized sweater, and
he would be best friends with Hugh Neutron.
Yeah, like despite. And what's ironic is he's actually very short. He's actually shorter than his own daughter, despite being a DILF. Mainly because...
Wait, I nominated fucking Chilchuck last year. What does short have to do with anything about being a DILF?
Okay, fair.
And also, Sakamoto shortens when he fills out too.
That height does not equal hot.
Like,
okay, I will.
Sometimes it can.
Short king
stares directly to the camera. My 6'4" ass.
Despite me being the biggest and most notorious has-been hotel hater, Lucifer, I do think, is a fun character. I can kind of see why Jad nominated him again.
Yeah, like he's trying to. Yeah, he is still trying to do his best to be a good dollar for Charlie, even though he always screws up. His intentions aren't well-meaning, and probably the biggest twist is he was actually sent to hell as punishment, not to rule over them, but just to see all the evil he brought into the world with his decision to give humanity free will. Like, it's actually revealed he actually can't lay a finger on the hand on the sinners at all, despite being the king of hell. Which is why he actually garners a lot more respect from the Hellborn and other seven sins.
So what you're telling us is that is in fact his cuck throne.
Yes! Oh my god, why did I nominate him for Cucky Ducky?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I have on my headphones.
Oh god, I murdered Austin!
Jad, breathe. Should we call 911 in case he passes out?
Austin.exe has not responded.
Austin has performed an eagle action and needs to close.
I'm good. I swear I'm good. Okay, so
who wants to do?
Do you have a nominee,
next?
John?
I have a couple. If anybody has any preference to the one they want to go before me, it's up.
Christine, I noticed you have one nominee. You want to talk about him?
Not right this second.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. I guess it's back to you, John.
Luffy, have you caught up with the Egghead arc? Because if not, you might not be able to help me.
Almost entirely, but I'll help as much as I can.
Well, if you've at least got through like the first 2 acts of the Egghead arc, then you can help me. So, you know what? Should I start with this one or should I start smaller? The one I'm thinking of, I want to be my big push. So let me start with my first one. Sam Porter Bridges.
No.
Sam Porter Bridges in the first game, played by Norman Reedus, he's like the whole theme of the first game is forming connections after massive tragedy, which is the apocalypse of the Death Stranding, as it were. Sam was very, very recluse, did not like to talk to people very much, and had trouble forming bonds. The second one is all about him being more open and being more open up to people, especially after he takes care of little Lou, which is the baby. I
am
and even
obsessed
unfortunately,
with that baby.
This is a great picture. You can make that picture. I know Lou is so precious. Too bad, unfortunately, in the beginning of the game, Lou is murdered.
I know you said
no.
Lou is murdered, and he has to come to terms with Lou's death. At the beginning of the game, he basically cuts himself off from people again, just so that he can just raise Lou by himself. And he kind of feels justified in his decision after Lou is murdered the moment he sees Fragile again, after moving to Mexico for some time. But as the second game goes on, more and more people join Sam's cause to reconnect the world in Australia and Mexico, like Rainey, this girl Tomorrow, who, hey, since we're spoiling that Death Stranding, Tomorrow is actually his baby from the future.
Oh.
So Lou doesn't actually die. Lou is saved at the last possible second by Fragile, who has the power to teleport herself and other people. She sent Lou to the beach, which is purgatory in the Death Stranding world, and time moves differently there. And then they later find this girl named Tomorrow in the Purgatory Afterlife Beach, and you find out towards the end of the game, Tomorrow is Lou, but older.
Oh, that's lovely.
So Lou did survive. It's implied that she was murdered. That being said, Sam still does have to go through the whole grieving process. Like, they make you do the thing where the baby's in the pot again, and you have to soothe it if it starts crying, if you take too much damage or whatever. But you can tell that the baby's not real because, like, it kind of appears, like, it phases out, and then when it becomes too stressed, it turns into like tentacles or something. So you can tell that something is not right. Plus, not to mention, Lou is like a toddler now at the beginning of Death Stranding 1, but when you go through Australia and you have the BB pod again, Lou goes back to like newborn infancy. So the game's already setting up that this isn't quite right. And then like I mentioned in the Dollman segment for Scrimblow, he eventually does come to accept that Lou has passed on before later finding out, nope, Lou is fine. Lou just went to purgatory, aged rapidly, and lost their memories until she gets them back at the end of the game.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
Yep. So,
But also, Norman Reedus.
Yes.
Yes,
I
arguably.
keep saying this is unfair because he's just Norman Reedus is just hot.
Yeah, he's foxy.
My only criticism is because of his low desire to connect with people, he doesn't talk much unless you wear a certain hat.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys know, but a certain VTuber has a cameo in this as one of the people you deliver to, Usato Picora. And if you level her up or facility up enough, she can give you a little bunny hat, and it makes Sam say the Pecco over and over again. It's even funnier when you're yelling. You can yell out to people, it's like, "Hello out there." He goes, "It's Pecco." And if you're punching people in fights, he goes, "Pecco, Pecco, it's Pecco." And yes, they got Norman Reedus. They got Norman Reedus to do all these lines. It's so fucking funny.
And there's sometimes where they're not even doing anything. It's just I'll just be playing a game or something, and all of a sudden I hear Pecco, and I'll just look over and die laughing.
Christine can attest. Play, if you hear it long enough, Pecco will become a vocal stim for you.
Peckle.
I'll deliver a package to the facility. It's like, "Thank you, Sam. I couldn't have done this without you. I thought this package was lost. Thank you. Keep up the good work." The conversation ends. Pecco, 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 Pecco. It's so fucking funny. But yeah, Sam's a good dad. He does everything he can for Lou, including leave America behind and go migrate to Mexico instead.
Is Lou's mom his deceased wife, or?
It's a little complicated, but it turns out that Lou actually is his biological child. But the BBs, like the newborn babies that are like the little pods that are attached to the porters, like they have that because that's how they can sense BTs, because most people can't see them. But because of the newborn babies, very like they're closer to the afterlife than most people are because they were just born. They will heighten your senses and make you be able to see them more. So,
I see.
Oh, okay.
And
that actually makes sense to me. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, as much sense as it will make in a Hideo Kojima game. And Lou was one of the test subjects that was written off because of some reason. But it turns out Lou actually is Sam's biological daughter. Oh. And you don't find out that she's a girl till the end of the first game. Like, she has a nickname Lou, and at the end he's like, "Oh, it's a girl. I'm gonna call you Luis."
Yeah, I was about to say you could name her Louise and still call her Lou.
Yep. Okay, so
I actually assumed it was some sort of strange futuristic name and was spelled LOO, and it was just that. So,
yeah, it's it's like Lewis and Lou Pickles.
Yeah.
Does anybody else want to go before I go hard on me and Luffy's nominee?
You should probably let me go.
Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead, Christine.
All right, put my man up on screen. Okay, so
Hubba.
Yeah, he.
Okay, so if you remember the whole thing I said about Xenoblade X, how they're all escaping the Earth as it's getting destroyed. So this poor man thinks he thinks his wife and daughter got on with him. Nope. And he's very, very sad that he didn't. That they didn't. Anyway, let me go read my synopsis. Okay. Before Earth was destroyed, Lau lived with his wife and daughter. Lau joined Project Exodus in order to save his family, but ended up being the only one on the White Whale. The rest of his family burned up with the Earth, making him have an intense hatred for the rich and powerful who got aboard without having any useful skills. And then, next part. And then, when he learned of the conspiracy behind Project Exodus and found that his wife... Wait, what? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So, okay, never mind. Found that his wife and child were able to board the White Whale. Lau was plunged into the depths of despair. Soon thereafter, he began working as a spy for the Ganglion, which are one of the two enemy and then alien factions that were fighting over the Earth.
So is he a villain?
Technically, I mean, yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he joined them briefly, I guess, aiding them in the mission to wipe humanity from existence. Because I guess it was because his daughter and wife couldn't make it on the ship with them, so that could possibly be it. But then anyway, you skip ahead to like basically the epilogue of the game, and big battle versus him. He got like, I guess there's some like toxic stuff or something underneath where they were fighting to get to the life hold. I think I might have mentioned that, where like all the bodies are like kept and they're all like whatever. Anyway, I probably did. And then, so it says, following his death in the life hold core, towards the end of the game, I added the parentheses. Lau was found by a character from the prologue epilogue, and his name is Al, on a beach in the two believed to be the afterlife. What? Okay, I'm sorry. I think I might have put the same thing in the file twice. Whoops. But yeah.
I mean, it's pretty strong to have your wife and child die and blame the rich and powerful. That's based and fair.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I guess in the Xenoblade X universe, it's kind of like. Didn't you say that the beach in Death Stranding was like the purgatory?
Yeah, it's literally.
Every time I heard you mention it, I was like, "This is just the beach from Xenoblade X." I'm gonna shut my mouth until the podcast.
I don't think you've seen the one, like, cause I'm in the post game now and I'm doing the 100% stuff. You haven't seen the beach part of Death Stranding. Like, the beach is like a dirty gray tar sort of water beach. It's disgusting looking. So you haven't seen it, but I just and me describing it to you. Yeah,
I'm just saying that that there's a beach purgatory in EXO.
Well, I can see that. I can see why they both have that metaphor, because the beach is like synonymous with the horizon, the dividing line between night and day, parallel with the dividing line between life and death.
Also, it's a reference to older Xenoblade games, Xenosaga, actually, I think.
Well, I think it's a bit deeper than that, but sure. Okay. Does anybody else have another nominee? Because I have a big one coming.
I got a couple. I don't remember nominating this guy, but Farmer Jim. Like, it just cracks me up. Like, every scene he's in, he's actually a painted illustration with only the lips moving.
I love him.
Like a reverse Charlie.
Even when one scene that has him walking, it's just the image just moving up and down slightly as he walks away.
South Park style.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like early go animate shit. It's the
guts
guts
walk.
walk.
That's what I was thinking.
He raised Porky Pig and Daffy Duck ever since they were kids, and As you can tell, he loves them even though they make his life very hectic, especially Daffy in particular.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
but
he's called Daffy.
But he insists that the two of them can overcome anything as long as they stick together. Which is, I see a message throughout the movie of Pug and Daffy is struggling to stick together as the multiple problems they face, including the alien invasion.
Not to mention, too, the most important thing, like, if you remember that picture of him that they were holding on to this whole time, like the whole thing is they wanted to fix up the house and have it be safe for the HOA inspection they were going to have. But they get a Mufasa style vision from Farmer Jim. It's implied that Farmer Jim died, or he just went away for some reason. They never explained it. They never explained it, but it's really funny.
They never explain it.
I think it's funnier when that they don't. There's just like, oh, he just had to go away for some reason because the plot had to move forward. And then he comes through the sky like Mufasa. He's like, did you check the picture? There's a reason I told you to hold it close. They open up the picture, and inside was an insurance policy where that if anything happened to their house, they were insured for like a couple $1 million.
It's particularly if it's destroyed during an alien invasion.
Yes. So
that's so specific.
Yeah. So like after this, they basically build an entire mansion on the grounds for what that their decrepit old house was on. So see, not only is he a funny and a very attractive, might I add, father, he's also a good provider for Daffy and Porky, even in I guess you call it the afterlife. Like again, they go out of your way to not tell you what happened to them.
Okay, so let's see who's next. Do you want to go next, John?
I have one more before my big one. Christine can kind of help me with this one, although she didn't finish the season. Knuckle Duster, or as I like to call him, Batman if he was homeless. Yeah, so Knuckle Duster is one of the vigilantes in the My Hero Academia vigilante spinoff, who, for whatever reason, shacks up with the main hero, who literally lives on like one of those little closets on like the top of a high-rise building, and also the Pop Step, the teenage girl that they also team up with. They also shack up in his house as like a secret base without his consent, mind you. They kind of just decide, no, this is our secret base. So Knuckle Duster's story is like, you think he's this affable loser, drunk 40-year-old man, but it turns out he's been doing his own private investigation into the disappearance of his daughter, because his mother became terminally ill for whatever reason, if I'm remembering the story right, because the season came out earlier this year. And it turns out the villain Queen Bee, which is this girl that has like a literal fucking wasp hive in her eye socket. It's his daughter. The hive is the villain is actually the Queen Bee hive. It has taken possession of his daughter, and he's been investigating. He's been chasing her down because he wants Queen Bee to give his daughter back, and I don't think he ever tells the other members of the vigilante group this at all. He handles this on his own. Like, yeah, they all come up against Queen Bee's and because like Queen Bee's whole thing is like she's helping All for One, which is the villain of the main My Hero Academia series, spread like these quirk drugs that give people powers, but it freakishly mutates them. So she's like literally drug trafficking for people for All for One to create chaos. And this takes place like about, I want to say like 10 or 15 years before the main story. So like Deku and them are like little babies at this point. So yeah, it turns out he's been chasing her not just because she's drug trafficking. It's because his estranged daughter, who he had a fight with over I forget what, but she stormed out angry at him, and he's never forgiven himself for it because she hadn't effectively disappeared. He thought she was dead. Turns out, nope, she has been possessed by an evil Queen Bee, and he literally rips the wasp out of her eye, and she miraculously lives.
Ow.
Well,
Okay, so if you want to know, so if you guys want to know what the drug was called, it was called Trigger.
Trigger, yes. But that's like the least important part about it.
studio,
Not.
I don't care what it's called.
That being said,
It's important.
Okay.
sorry, did someone have a question?
Okay, I just was going to ask Jad after John is done. Do you want to do Elijah Smoke more with me?
Oh yeah.
I think I've covered it because I've only seen the first season of the anime, and it basically is resolved once he takes care of Queen Bee, which was possessing his daughter, and she thankfully lives.
Oh. Alrighty.
Okay, so Eliza Smoke from Sinners. You want to go, Rudy?
Michael B. Jordan.
That is the
Just
case.
again really unfair because he's okay. So here's the thing. Like one of the things is I just going to say this. Pilot is sexy.
Huh?
And literally, this man has got to be one of the most talented men like in Hollywood right now. Because see, they pulled what I would like to call a what is that name of the movie with Lindsay Lohan?
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday.
No.
Parent Trap. You're thinking of Parent Trap.
Yeah, they pulled a Parent Trap here because Michael B. Jordan doesn't have a twin. What they did is they just filmed it so that it looks like he has a twin, and he plays two different roles. But Smoke is the one who is with Annie, and they had a kid. Dude, it's just. It's hard to explain. There's just something about this man. He has so much charisma. I am convinced this man could seduce both Satan and God.
Okay.
That is.
I mean, not gonna lie, I'd hit.
Shut up! Oh my god! Do not make me come in there.
He's gonna appear in the video now, but and he manages to play two completely different characters, and he just such a great job. And we mentioned the scene with like him and Annie. Oh boy. Oh my gosh.
We're talking okay, but
Oh boy, did we.
to bring it back to I feel like you're giving a little bit more of what will be pertinent in Best Actor. But as a character, Smoke.
He's still hot.
Oh, he's still hot, but he is a fantastic dad. And we talked a bit about his scene with Annie, but a scene that is particular to him that I think is really emblematic of him as a father and a character is his death scene.
Oh.
After he learns about the fact that they were set up from the beginning to be murdered by the KKK, and if there hadn't even been vampires, they were going to get ambushed by the man who had sold them the building, he posts up and decides to have a shootout with several members of the KKK. In his last moments, after he's essentially murdered all of them, justifiably, in my opinion, as he's bleeding out, he senses that he's crossing, that threshold between life and death, because he turns and he sees Annie, beautiful Annie, dressed in white, breastfeeding their child, who she proceeds to hold out and ask if he wants to hold. And I feel like
he says if you put out that cigarette, you can hold her.
Yeah.
And oh my god, the way Smoke looks at Annie and he reaches up his hands, it's such a poignant, beautiful scene.
We also got like small glimpses of it, like when he first arrives at Annie's place and he goes to pay his respects at their child's grave. Like you could tell that he wanted to be a father so fucking bad. But
and also, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll see. Another thing is the main character, Sammy, is Smoke and Stack's cousin, and they another thing is you can kind of see a sort of fatherly role he takes on with Sammy, because he's trying to protect Sammy. Both Smoke and Stack, they're gangsters. They worked with Al Capone, and it's one of those things where it's like they know they're bad people, but they don't want that for Sammy. You can tell that by the way Smoke interacts with Sammy. He sees something in Sammy, and he also doesn't want Sammy to possibly go down the road he went. He genuinely cares about Sammy. He genuinely cares about Annie. He does care, even though he comes off as kind of just this hardened killer. But you can tell he does genuinely care.
And I would even argue that he is something of a father figure to his brother. He's the older of the twins, and it seems like he's always taken Stack under his wing and tried to protect him. And I think that's he just seems to be a very parental kind of person, despite being like a gangster and rough around the edges. I don't know. I really liked him as a character. I adored it.
Yeah. It I also we mentioned how this is one of the few movies with a plus size love interest. Okay, so a man who adores the person they're in love with, that is always so sweet. And Smoke adores Annie. You can tell that Annie is the world to him when he has to kill her. It is one of the most heartbreaking things, because he doesn't want to, but that's what Annie asked of him, and since he loves her that much, he's going to do what he asked. Smoke is just chef kiss.
Especially when it's in that tank top.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely not against that tank top.
Okay, so do you have another one, John?
I have one big one that I'm going to need Prince Luffy's help for. If you want to finish off yours first.
Okay, so my next nominee is, let's see,
Mr. Fantastic.
Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic,
from both Rivals
Mr.
and
Bombastic.
from Rivals and First Steps.
Now, the Marvel Rivals person made me appreciate Men with a Beard. And canonically, Richard Reed is actually the smartest person on Earth in Marvel Comics. He's not just a genius; he's a super genius. In just about every category. And can be pretty clever with his elastic powers. At one point, he actually stretched his body to resemble a bunch of roots with his nose sticking out from the ground when he's going undercover. It was very weird, and also when he can bounce stuff off of him. But one thing I really love about First Steps is Pedro Pascal made him so autistic coded that I've not seen.
I think Reed Richards has always been autistic coded.
Got that autistic rid.
Okay.
He's got the autistic rids.
Good. Yeah, very good point. He overthinks on a lot of stuff, tries to consider every single possibility to the point of burnout, and it's been there, man.
And you could also, I guess, argue that that's OCD, but there's a lot of comorbidity there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the big contentious things in First Steps is he always thinks of the worst case scenario, and that is where he comes to blows with his wife about because she gets upset with him that he has considered the possibility of giving up the baby to Galactus, and he tries to explain to her, no, that's not the option I want, but it is the one I think about every single solitary outcome to try to determine the best one. Even the ones
Reed Richards.
Even the ones I don't.
Shaking hands.
Yeah. I'm like that too. I'm I only thought about that because I'm trying to eliminate that one from my mind first.
I very much think about all of the possibilities, including worst case scenarios. Sometimes that can spiral into catastrophizing. So I get it. I feel him. When you say come to blows, did him and his wife actually punch each other?
No, I was being figurative.
Verbal blows. Okay.
Yes. I was being very figurative.
It also seems this is something I know, just from, being a nerd in general. This has been sort of Reed Richards is one of those characters who's, depending on who writes him, he's either awesome or an absolute bastard.
Yeah.
It seems like he's starting to sort of get a comeback, a rebrand.
I was gonna say
a very sticky history for some odd reason.
Yeah,
which makes
I've seen a lot
forget what happened when Invisible Woman became Malice.
Oh yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I've
that's
definitely
not-
seen a lot of division over him as a character, but I kind of had a feeling that Mr. Pascal playing him would be road to redemption for the
Oh, hell
character
yeah.
because, I mean, come on.
Best possible choice, man.
Dude, there's not a single person who dislikes Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
This man is perfect.
I
Honestly-
wouldn't say that, but
Honestly, even if you don't think
Only
he's...
incels hate him.
Yeah, and probably J.K. Rowling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but J.K. Rowling
same
doesn't have
difference.
rights.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like, even if you don't think he's attractive, he's just a fucking killer actor and he seems like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, that thing where like a person's hair is not fully gray, but it's like just graying at that certain
Ooh,
part.
salt
I don't
and
know why
pepper.
that's really sexy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
the
know.
salt and pepper.
Yeah.
That's hot.
yeah, Stephen Strange is the
it
same
is.
thing, but I think it looks better on him.
I would
Oh, yeah, I would definitely
definitely
put it on him.
not care for it anything about Stephen Strange because I think that Benedict Cumberbatch looks like an alien.
Yeah, like
Okay,
well,
so
we're talking about him, but like comic accurate Stephen Strange. Yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah, I'm here for that. That's fine.
Luffy and John, I think you guys are the last ones. 'cause
No,
you've
Austin has
got
another
a-
nominee.
No, I got another nominee.
And it's another
Rick
returning
Flag
one.
Senior.
That's right. We nominated
This
him
one
last
time
year
we,
too.
this time we see him in live action form.
Twice.
Yeah, we
Rick Flag Senior. He's no longer silver haired.
No, he's
he's got such
he's got a nice
silver in
little
him.
dusting there.
No,
Yeah.
James Gunn confirmed. Like someone asked him why is he gray in Creature Commandos, but he's got black hair in Superman and Peacemaker. He said, canonically, Rick Flag dies.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
He died.
So
He
he
died.
was-
He dyed his hair. He dyed his hair after Creature Commandos.
Oh,
okay.
dies D
Yes.
Y-E-S. Oh my god.
You did it on purpose, John.
No, but I'm gonna own it.
Okay. So we see him in Superman, where he's unwilling to go along with Lex's plan at first, mainly because he could see Superman's good intentions despite being reckless. And when he hesitantly goes along after that leaked description of his, from his audio of his from his parents. But he starts to become more antagonistic and Peacemaker.
Yep.
Especially when he finds out Peacemaker is the one who killed his son.
I was
he-
gonna say, I feel like he has a reason if he figured out some
it's
shit.
kind of valid.
Yeah, and it's at the point where his thirst for vengeance starts clouding his judgment a bit and even starts throwing out his morals.
Yeah, he like when he finds out about Peacemaker jumping between timelines, between dimensions with the dimensional door, he keeps like haphazardly sending his men to these dimensions that they're not sure about if Peacemaker's in them or not, and many of his men get murdered by some of the things they
Aw.
find in there. Like he's incredibly reckless with his decision making. Like he's like literally driven by revenge, and even when Peacemaker fully comes to terms with his place in the world after escaping the Nazi dimension and regaining his friendship with the 11th, what was it, the 11th Street Kids, I think they call themselves.
Yeah.
Rick Flag extra judicially kidnaps the Peacemaker, putting a bag over his head, throwing him into a white van, and shoving him into an abandoned planet dimension. And that's where the season 2 ends. And he only did it. He's like, this is for Ricky, son of a bitch. And he kicks him in and locks the door.
Interesting. I feel like I don't know much about outside of what we've seen in Creature Commandos and stuff. I don't know much about his history as a character and whether or not this actually fits in it or is like a different take on it. Because sometimes, that is done. Like, has he always been the revenge type?
Not sure.
I'm not too familiar with him in the comics. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with him
It is
either.
a little
Yeah,
crazy
me
that
either.
he'd be willing to assume Amanda Waller's former position when it was Amanda Waller who hired Peacemaker to take out her son anyway.
I remember
Yeah.
James Gunn confirmed that Rick Flag didn't know it was Amanda Waller who gave the order.
So he has no idea about that at all.
No.
That's going to make the broader DCU much more interesting then once he finds out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's a hook for season 3.
Well, wait, didn't her daughter spill Amanda Waller's dirty secrets at the end of Peacemaker 1? So wouldn't that information become public knowledge now?
Mainly, I think it was just mainly because it was just her found in the Suicide Squad that became public information.
But not the order to kill her son. Interesting. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll come to a head at some point.
And sorry to burst your bubble, Luffy, but James Gunn confirmed he's not doing another season of Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Like he's saying Peacemaker it'll still be in the DC universe. And that dimension he's trapped in will play a bigger role in upcoming projects. But he's not doing a season 3.
Like, so again, we've already prefaced
I was going to say there's no way Peacemaker's not going to show up again. He's not going to do that to us.
No, after how Peacemaker season 2 ends, that is going to have massive implications on Superman Man of Tomorrow because he kicked them onto this seemingly abandoned planet, which Rick Flag wants to use as a prison for metahumans. Which is probably going to...
I don't know enough about comic canon to know if they're following any particular arcs or anything.
James Gunn says he's broadly doing it. Like, he's not doing it exactly, but he's doing his own spin on it.
I'm trying to remember. It's his own spin of this one DC comic storyline. It was about this one storyline where a bunch of supervillains are sent to an isolated planet.
Yeah, and like the Joker and Luthor are fighting, but since the Joker hasn't been brought in yet, he decided to do his own version of it.
Salvation Run is the name of the storyline.
Yeah, Salvation's what they call that planet, but it turns out it's in the comics that's Darkseid's playground where he trains.
Oh.
All right, well, that's about it for Rick Flag Sr., I think. That's every other nominee except for me and Luffy's big one.
Let's go for it.
Now would be a good time for me to get some more because I don't want to be spoiled on One Piece.
Good call. Bartholomew Kuma. You don't know this character in One Piece until you've already been about, 200 so odd chapters in. So Bartholomew Kuma is originally introduced as one of the 7 warlords of the sea, which is the elite group of pirates who have full amnesty from the world government to do whatever they want as long as they assist the government with hunting down pirates that they consider to be a problem, and they keep half their treasure and stuff like that. It's later revealed that Bartholomew Kuma is an android. He is cybernetically enhanced and has the pawpaw fruit, which allows him to absorb people's pain and then put it back out and shock blasts. So then
that's an awesome power.
Yeah, it's pretty scary too.
As a minor segue, his name does in fact mean bear. Kuma means bear. That's why he has the ears and the look.
Yeah, and Bartholomew Kuma is also the person who separated the Straw Hats towards the end of the pre-time skip. And he did that specifically because turns out Bartholomew Kuma is a sleeper agent for the Revolutionary Army, the army that is run by Luffy's father, Monkey D. Dragon. And he had a secret purpose behind teleporting the Straw Hats away. He wanted them to get separated and become stronger because he knew that the threats they were going to face in the New World were not going to, they wouldn't survive. So then, as the story goes on, we learn more about Bartholomew Kuma. We learned that he originally was a father of this little girl named Jewelry Bonnie. To begin, Bartholomew Kuma was the son of 2 parents who came from what was the tribe that they were called? They're just the Buccaneer tribe, a now extinct bloodline of people that the world government really doesn't want around anymore. So Bartholomew Kuma and his parents were brought into slavery by the Celestial Dragons, which are the nobles that the world government protects at all costs. Fuck those guys. I hate those bastards.
Me and all my homies hate the fucking Tenryubito, aka the Celestial Dragons. They fucking suck. They essentially have amnesty to do whatever the fuck they want because of the lie that they're descendants of the people who created the world, meaning that they do things like they could take another world noble as a slave if they want to.
Or shoot someone dead in broad daylight.
Yep, which one tries to do with the mermaid princess Shirahoshi. And the only reason he's stopped is because another celestial dragon who actually has a backbone allows him to be fought against and takes like the blame on himself, therefore meaning nobody can get in trouble because, again, he also can't be prosecuted. So good on him for using his privilege for good in that case.
Yeah, and one of the more heinous ones I remember too is like, it's like one of them sees like this girl he likes. He's like, "You there? You're gonna be my 15th wife." But I'm married to my fiance. It's like, okay, then he shoots that guy dead. It's like, okay, now you're my wife.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Okay, so back to Kuma. But Kuma and his parents are sold into slavery, and what helps them get through the day is they heavily believe in the sun god Nika. And they cheer themselves up by doing the Nika dance, which is like, you've probably seen pictures of it. And his father shows him how to do the dance. And the world noble that bought them gets mad at this, shoots his father dead right in front of young little Kuma's face. But his blood sprays in his face, and he's like, "Yeah, shut up, slave! Quit making all that noise." And it traumatizes him. And his mother dies from just the sheer shock and horror that comes with, I don't know, being a fucking slave. So Kuma eventually is brought to this island called God Valley, where the celestial dragons like to play. Have you guys ever seen the Hunger Games? Every year,
essentially,
yes.
It's kind of a combo between that Battle Royale and the Most Dangerous Game.
Yeah, so the Celestial Dragons every year get to this one island called God Valley where they bring out some of their slaves and they hunt them for sport.
Yeah, that's the Most Dangerous Game.
Yeah, and
that sounds like the arc of Promised Neverland that they cut out of the anime.
So like they literally hunt them for sport, and
also
then
inspired by
Goldie Pond.
Yep.
And then Kuma eventually does escape because he meets up with young Ivankov and several other members who would eventually join the Revolutionary Army. That's where he gets his devil fruit from, and he escapes back to his homeland. And he meets up with this girl named Guinea, who he eventually falls in love with, and they live together in the church. His wife, unfortunately, is then abducted by the celestial dragons, and I think it's heavily implied that one of them rapes her, and it has a daughter. And she escapes the world nobles, but she is infected with a rare disease called sapphire scales, and she dies from it. But she did have a daughter who is also afflicted with sapphire scales, which is a rare.
Oh, that's the blue stuff on her face?
Yes.
It's like literal sapphires forming on her face, and she cannot be in direct sunlight or moonlight, or they will grow and crystallize and kill her. So Kuma spends the majority of his adult life raising her and protecting her, keeping her from the elements and pirates and all that. But he desperately wants to take her. They want to go out to sea together and have adventures after both the horrors that they live together. But he knows he can't do that unless he heals her sapphire scales issue. So he makes a deal with the world government where like he wants to give her over to Dr. Vegapunk, the smartest scientist in the world, to help her cure the sapphire scales disease. And one of the 5 elders of the world government says, on one condition, we're going to augment you with body parts, robotic body parts, to make you into the perfect weapon for us. And we're going to erase your memories. So you're never going to see your daughter ever again. And tearfully, he agrees to do this for her sake. And Dr. Vegapunk also doesn't want to do this either. He's literally crying as he pulls the lever to erase his memories. And then you later find out that the sapphire scales disease, the 5 elder stars intentionally injected Guinea with that.
Yeah, of course they did.
Oh, those.
And so
yeah, exactly.
So and then Kuma is now like a mindless weapon, but he's not entirely mindless because Vegapunk put in a failsafe if anything that should ever happen to him. Like if he ever reunited with his daughter and he's ever put in a situation where he would go against his daughter's voice apparently supersedes any and all authority, world government included. So so it's where the manga is right now. It's heavily implied that Kuma and Bonnie might survive, and Kuma might even regain his community because Vegapunk put in the failsafe that even the world government doesn't know about. That if Bonnie were ever in danger, he would never harm her, even if he completely lost his immunity.
And not only that, but one of the things they do discover when they are on Egghead Island is that he does have his memories because, like, they're on a computer essentially, and Bonnie was watching some of them. So it is kind of implied that when he took the memories, he essentially made a backup.
Yeah. Unfortunately, but he had to fight the 5 elders on Egghead, and they severely damaged him. So presently on Elbaf, he's probably recovering, and he'll probably make a full recovery at this point. Because if he was dead, they would show you. Yeah, One Piece.
Okay.
There's like many a character who essentially comes they come 911 on ABC, close to dying, and then come back like out of nowhere, fully recovered.
Hey, I got better. You got stabbed like multiple times. Yeah, I got better.
So in the meantime, Bonnie does eventually escape she becomes a pirate herself. She has the devil fruit where she can change her and anybody she interacts with age. When you're first introduced to her, you think that she's actually like an adult. Nope, she's a 12-year-old girl. She's pretending, so that she could be a pirate. She actually is named one of the worst generation pirates, like the highest bountied rookie pirates, and
alongside like
Luffy, Zoro, Law, Kid, so on and so forth. And their reunion on Egghead is that plus the Vegapunk regretfully tearing away his memories supposedly at the time broke my fucking heart. I was watching the anime version of the scene in the break room at my job, and I almost broke down.
Tragic.
Do you have anything to add, Luffy, or is that it?
Luffy?
No, I don't want to make any too definitive of statements about the whole thing. I guess that another couple of things that I can add just to go on to the F part of him is that he is in fact 22 feet tall.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a
big daddy.
Right, big
he
daddy.
Is a big himbo.
Yeah. So, and he's got that gorgeous hair.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I am strongly considering cosplaying him.
It'd be fun.
Like, I've got the tall factor. I've got the long curly hair.
So Luffy,
I just need the hat and the outfit.
You have to go last for voting.
So, it's time to vote, right? So Prince Luffy goes last for voting. Okay. Who wants to go first?
It's 5 votes for this one.
1, 2, 3,
I'll
4,
go first.
5,
I'll go
6,
first.
7, 8,
all right,
9.
go ahead, Jen.
I vote for Reed Richards, Lucifer Morningstar, Eliza Smoke, and let's see here.
2 more.
Knuckle Duster was
Knuckle
pretty buff,
Muster?
Knuckle Muster.
That's his gross
Sorry.
brother.
and
Shut up.
I don't know much
more.
about Xenoblade, but Lao Hyung.
Just say loud.
Lao. He
wanna
looked
go next.
really good in that jumpsuit. And I bet Lao is hung, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god, shut up!
It's Wong.
Okay. All right, my turn.
You don't pronounce the H if he's Chinese.
gotta
Go.
give, of course. I'm gonna follow Jad, and I am gonna vote for Lau.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna give Elijah Smoke a vote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give Kuma one. So that's 3. I got 2 more. Oh, my boy Sakamoto. This one's hard. Oh, I'm gonna give oh crap.
That all
Sam.
yours?
Well, that was hard for me.
I'll go.
Yep, that's all mine.
Yep, that's all 5.
I'll go.
Go ahead.
My boy Sam. Yeah, I like him. He's
Pecco.
cool. Stop it. Yes, Mr. Pecco. Yes. Anyway, Knuckle Duster, Kuma, Smoke, and my boy Lau.
Alrighty.
My turn. Kuma. Sam. Farmer Jim. Sakamoto. And Knuckle Duster.
Okay, it's you, Luffy.
I'm voting for Kuma. Smoke. Going to give one to Lau because he is in fact quite hot. Reed Richards and Sam Porter.
Okay.
All right, that's everybody.
Crap.
We have a 3-way tie between
Oh my god.
Sam, Kuma, and Lau.
And
Wait, what about
and Elijah?
Elijah?
It's a 4-way tie.
Fatal 4-way. Fatal
Oh my
4-way.
God.
Okay. Hang on. All right, I got it. Okay. Alrighty, so okay, I got it. You are walking down the road. Okay, actually, you're sprinting because it started raining. You have your umbrella. You run into like a cafe to escape the rain, and then all of a sudden, door opens up behind you. You turn around and you see this delicious hunk of a man, and he is popping wet. He is drenched, and he shakes off the rain, and he just like the water adds to him. It makes him look like a Greek god, and he comes up to you and says, "Can I borrow your umbrella?" And you almost swoon because this man is just that hunky. Which man is it?
It's Kuma. And I'm not picking Sam because in Death Stranding, the rain ages you and kills you. Sam would not do that.
Oh, hold on. Maybe this will help with Lau. Hold on.
I'm voting Elijah. I mean, Smoke.
One for Kuma, one for Elijah.
What about you, Rudy?
What about you, Luffy?
Oh, no, you first.
I'm gonna have to go for Elijah. Luffy?
Me too.
Wait, did I vote? Oh.
Nope.
No, you didn't.
No, but
I was
it's
supposed to
pretty
go
obvious who's gonna
last.
win.
That was a mistake. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Christine, your class.
It's our show. We can do whatever the fuck
That's
we
true.
want.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna break it, but Lau.
Smoke is the DILF of the year.
Yes!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That was hard.
That was, but I think that it's nice that they're MILF and DILF together.
Yes.
Oh, shit. That's the first combined
Yeah.
one.
Huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, let's go.
All right.
Okay. All right. Moving along to our next category. And that category is...
Poorest, little, meow meow. Let's talk about those pathetic, soggy, wet-eyed little freaks. I love me a pathetic little bitch.
Oh my god.
I thrive. This may be my favorite category because I thrive on a hot mess. And I love them when they look like they'd be abandoned little kittens sitting in a like cardboard box on the side of the road on a rainy day, just staring up at you, wishing you'd take them home. Our previous winner was Eric Tomizawa from Like a Dragon, Infinite
I'm
Wealth.
just imagining you putting that description on your dating file when you talk about who you're looking for in a partner.
I'm not not talking about a partner. I am talking about fictional characters.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
And my standards for fictional characters are very different. I would not date a serial killer in real life.
True.
All right, let's hear them nominees.
Real quick, this section will contain spoilers for Chainsaw Man, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Deltarune, King of the Hill, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Novocaine, Peacemaker, The Pit, Sakamoto Days, and Thunderbolts. Our nominees are Denji from Chainsaw Man, Alicia / Mael
Oh my goodness.
from Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Jackenstein from Deltarune.
My son.
Those nipples. Bill Dotree from King of the Hill, Kamulop from Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Nathan Kane from Novocaine, John Economos from Peacemaker, Dennis Whitaker from The Pit. God, he's a pathetic little man. Heisuke Mashimo from Sakamoto Days, and Robert Reynolds, aka Sentry from Thunderbolts. All right, who wants to go?
There are some funnier categories in here. Maybe I should start with a serious one. So, big spoilers for Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Big spoilers. Like, I'm about to ruin the whole final act for you. So
All
it
right.
turns
Then
out,
I'm going to mute you.
so it turns out, so if you know the story of Claire Obscure,
Wait. Tell me when it's over.
well, so someone say it's over in chat when I stop. So if you're familiar with the story of Claire Obscure, it's about how they live in a world where there is a mythical being called the Paintress who writes a number on a tree every year. And if you are of that age, when she writes that number on the tree, or older, you die instantly. And there are a legion of people called the Expeditioners, who are the people that are younger than that age, who set out to try and kill her. They're not successful, but you lead the Expedition 33, who go after the Paintress to try and stop her. After you defeat the Paintress, you learn that the world you inhabit is not real. It is inside a painting of a grieving mother who lost her son of fire. But her one daughter, Alicia, survived, but she did not survive unscathed. She lost her eye, half her face is fucking scarred, and she can't speak. And she is essentially fucking miserable. She hates it, hates her life. And how did her parents deal with this? By creating the fictional world of the canvas and making a world full of people, and they basically just live in there instead. Alicia's mother is the Paintress, and her father is Renoir, the one, the villain of the main the game. So
Wait.
So
they live in this fictional world without her?
Yeah, they basically did nothing with her. So they
My God.
Yep. And apparently, this living in the world, the painted world, it will literally warp your mind and kill you. So remember the whole expedition thing where people like suddenly die every year?
Yeah.
All those fictional people and making the world and maintaining it is draining her mother of her life force. So Renoir, her husband, goes in there and slaughters anybody who goes through the expedition, so that way their souls bring her life force back to her to keep her alive, to maintain this grief-ridden world that she's created. But their other daughter, I forget her name, Clea, she creates these monsters called Nevrons, who, when they kill the expeditioners, the life force doesn't go back to her. So she did that in an effort to get her mother to get the hell out of the painting world and live in the real one and take care of her and her daughter. And Mael, or Alicia, decides to go into the painted world to try and live out a world where she can live out the life that she wanted. But when she goes in, she basically loses all of her memories and her identity. She's reborn as Mael. And then towards the end of the game, she learns the truth, and then she ultimately vows to basically stop her father and destroy the painted world, so she can Actually, no, I'm sorry. Mael wants to keep the painted world alive because her real life is miserable. However, her older brother, the one that was burned in the fire, they created a fictional version of him to basically pretend that his death didn't actually happen, and that's why he's immortal. Like Verso is the son's name. He is still alive in there, and because they created him so they can not deal with their own grief. He wants to destroy the painted world because he learned the truth, and he learned the only way to get them to return to the real world and not kill themselves is to destroy the painting. So the very final battle of the game, you have to pick whether you want to play as Mael or as Verso when they fight each other. If you pick Mael, you get to stay in the painted world and slowly lose your minds. But if you play as Verso, you end this warped reality and you return to the real world. Neither ending to this game is pleasant. It is very fucking sad. And I just feel so bad for Mael. Verso saved Mael from the fire, but he ended up perishing. And she's paying for what happened in the fire. And her parents are practically fucking ignoring her. Because they're stuck in that painting, so that's why she escaped to it. Because like, well, life here sucks because my parents don't pay attention to me. I'm going in there instead. And when she gets there, she goes through several different parents because of the paintress's gommaging, which is the disappearance of the yearly disappearance of people. She goes through several different families, and then she eventually meets Gustav, who then gets murdered by Renoir, her father, later at the end of the first act of the game. Mael / Alicia goes through so much grief and pain, and Jennifer English really brought her performance to that. I really hope this is going out well after the Game Awards. I really hope she wins it because she fucking killed it, portraying Mael's undying grief and misery while still trying to fight through it all.
Damn. All right.
I hope that was cogent and sensible.
Let me tell Rudy to come back. She asked to go next.
Yeah, so. I'm done spoiling the game for you.
Come back, Rudy.
Okay.
All right.
Hang on, I gotta unmute people. It's just I really want to play this game, and I was fine with like some spoilers, but I didn't want to go.
Rudy, that's the big one. You don't want that one.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Alrighty, so I am gonna help when Denji comes up, but I am gonna talk about. I will
also help with Denji
from Novocaine. So there is a I guess you could maybe call this. I'm gonna call it a disability called congenital insensitivity to pain with androsis, aka SIBA.
That is a disability. It is a condition.
Okay. All right. So now, what does this mean? Well, this means you cannot feel pain. Like you can't feel the temperature. Sometimes a person cannot feel sweating, and you're like, oh, this sounds great. Meet Nathan Kane, who has a severe case of this. He hasn't been able to enjoy cake. Yeah. He's never had a milkshake. Yep. He can't go do anything because since he can't feel pain, he doesn't realize if something's wrong with him. So the reason he's never had a milkshake is he might not be able to feel it, and he might end up choking. In this picture, you can't really see it, but his hand is all messed up because he stuck it into a deep fryer to grab a gun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In
Would you like me to elaborate a little on CHIP?
Go ahead, Luffy.
Yeah. The issue with this is like Rudy implied, it's not just that you can't feel pain. Pain is the body's signal that something is wrong. And it's everything from, feeling heat, pulling your hand away from a hot stove, to avoiding overeating because your tummy starts to hurt. It is literally the ability to recognize when you're getting sick. And I've read cases of young people with CHIP who one mother reported her daughter had taken to chewing on her hands as a form of a stim. I guess the child was about 4. And because she did not feel pain, she didn't realize she was repeatedly breaking her own skin. it's like it can be extreme issue that can quickly spiral out of hand. They break bones without realizing it. They get other cuts and injuries, and people do not realize something is wrong until they're in a critical state if someone else can't see it.
And like I said, besides deep frying his hand, there is a scene where he breaks into a prepper's house. This guy has set up a bunch of booby traps. Oof. Well, there's a scene, you hear something like make contact with him. He's like, what is this? And he turns around. There's one of those spiked balls in his back.
Oh,
and to him,
damn.
he's just like, oh, it's like there's something itching me. But like the reason I put him as like sad as me, meow meow is for two reasons. First off, in the movie, this middle school bully comes up. It's like, hey, it's Novocaine. We called that because he couldn't feel pain. And it is obvious that Nathan wasn't able to really interact with other kids because of his condition. He does get some sort of like revenge on him because the girl he's with tricks the bully into drinking some really hot sauce. Nathan doesn't have like the what's it called, the taste buds for it, and he just drinks it fine. But the thing is that the girl he likes, named Sherry, he's been wanting to ask her out for a very long time. He finally gets a chance to ask her out. They work at a bank. Guess what happens the next day?
Robbery.
Oh boy.
Yep, exactly. The bank gets robbed. Guess who they take hostage? Sherry. So he goes to save her, putting his life on the line. He is, he like ends up breaking a bunch of bones. He has like skin missing. As you can see, he's got like a mark on his head. And the thing is, he's just, what really makes him like the saddest little meow meow is he is such a genuinely nice guy. He obviously really liked Sherry, and it's like, I could let the police handle this, but he's afraid they're not going to get to her in time. He's just, and again, they've only gone on one date, but he's putting his life on the line for this girl, and he's trying so hard. He's so lonely. I just wanted to give this guy the biggest hug throughout the movie.
And I have yet to see.
Go ahead.
Well, I've yet to see Novocaine, but I know that Jack Quaid is very, very good at playing sopping wet and pathetic because we've seen it with Huey and the boys.
He was fantastic in this. Hopefully you guys would to see Novocaine this week. But I remember seeing this with my friend, and like, I don't consider myself like a squeamish person, but I am very empathetic. And every time this man got hurt, even though he couldn't feel it, I was like, oh my gosh, the pain. But also just, knowing that he couldn't really connect with kids and enjoy the stuff that they can enjoy, like sports, candy, Halloween, stuff like that. It was just very, very heartbreaking.
Yeah. All right. Who would like to go next?
Okay,
I'll go next.
See.
Let's talk about Dennis. All right. Dennis Whitaker from The Pit, a teeny tiny little Minnesotan farm boy turned doctor, medical student in Pittsburgh.
He's from Minnesota and he's a farm boy.
He's a teeny tiny little farm boy, man. Now, one of the things that you have to remember about the story structure of The Pit, it is a 15-episode season, and each episode is only an hour in the ER. It all takes place over one shift. So all of the bullshit that happens to this boy happens over one shift. And it is, in fact, his first shift ever.
Oh, no.
So Dennis comes in. Whitaker comes in as one of the newer med students / like interns that are coming into work in the pit. He's like this wide-eyed, naive type, but he's really, really sweet. Over the course of the first episode, one of the running gags that happens to poor Whitaker is that his scrubs get ruined a total of 4 times, I want to say. He gets one pair that explode, like have milk explode on them. And when he's trying to exchange out, there's a thing called a scrub machine. These exist in most hospitals. You put in dirty scrubs, clean ones come out. He accidentally throws in scrubs with his ID and phone still in it. my sweet little pathetic creature. He is heavily implied to come from, I'm sorry, it's Nebraska, not Minnesota. He is heavily implied to come from possibly like an extremely religious background, and that his parents were not incredibly fond of the idea of him becoming a doctor. One of the first patients that he actually gets to like interact with and treat is this nice guy named Bennett. And he thinks that everything's fine. The guy doesn't report much. He had his anniversary dinner the day before, and now he's feeling what kind of feels like indigestion. They check everything, including the guy's heart, and he thinks that things are fine. But when he comes back to talk to him again, the guy's completely unresponsive. He had a widowmaker. He had a massive, massive heart attack. And this fucks Whitaker up so bad that he tries to resuscitate the guy for like an hour. And until he's like dripping sweat and tears and trying desperately to resuscitate this dude. So his first real interaction with a patient is a loss, and one that he obviously blames himself for. As the day goes on, his he also has an interaction with a psychotic patient that they are trying to sedate, who is nicknamed the Kraken, because he kind of goes a bit insane whenever he rises again, and they're like, oh no, they're going to release the Kraken. Said patient pisses all over his second pair of scrubs.
Jesus.
Oh no.
He then loses the third pair when he's asked by another higher intern to help relieve a blood blister that has formed on a patient, and he accidentally hits an artery underneath it.
No.
And it spews all over him. The thing about all of this is that during all this, he tries really, really hard to be positive, but he's just kind of like a sad little man. And during the latter half of the arc, there's a mass shooting at a nearby like concert. And this focuses more on Noah Wile's character of Dr. Robbie, who's like the grizzled ER doc, because his effectively his stepson from a previous relationship that he's still kind of friendly with the mom, but he basically became kind of like a stepdad to this kid, and he still really cares for him, was at this like concert and comes back in with his dying girlfriend, who Robbie's unable to save. So Whitaker's one piece de resistance is that he does find Dr. Robbie having a breakdown over this, which we will talk more about in Tearjerker, and gives him a little bit of encouragement. But in the last episode, we actually discover that he's effectively homeless. He moved here after he got the internship, and it explains a lot of his behaviors from the entire like season, such as taking a couple of the like spare egg salad sandwiches that they have for patients, because one patient like didn't want it, and pocketing a couple of them. One of the other interns finds him in one of the rooms on a disused floor that has been shut for budget cuts. He explains that he came because he got this internship, but he can't actually afford a rent payment. And because interns and medical students make nothing. They make next to nothing. It is pathetic how little they make, on top of the fact that there's so much med school debt that they have. Thankfully, the intern who finds him offers him a spare room in her house in exchange for him doing like handiwork that she's not really capable of. So I'm hoping in the upcoming season we'll see him having maybe a better day than his first one.
Jeez, he gives Leon Kennedy a run for worst first day on the job.
Right, poor tiny pathetic little creature.
Yeah, Ross, remember what happened on Leon Kennedy's first day of work? The events of Resident Evil 2, for those that don't know. That was Leon's first day as a cop. Everything.
All right, who's next?
Okay, so John and I actually share a few nominees. Which one do you want to do together, John?
I feel like we should save the most pathetic of them all for last. Christine recently watched this movie with me, so you and I can take on Bob from Thunderbolts.
See, there's another one.
Yes.
There's two more I know I could help with.
I can help
but
too.
That's not one of them. So go.
So,
of course.
So Bob, Austin, do you want to start since you haven't had one yet? I did a long diatribe about Meow.
Okay, let me just open up the Wikipedia.
Is that Robert Reynolds?
Yeah, so I can start off. So, in Thunderbolts, the main cast of the movie is hired by Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character Allegra Fontaine to inspect her bunker of items that she's holding because she's currently facing impeachment from the United States Congress from her position. Basically, it's all a giant ruse for her to put all of the evidence of her wrongdoing in a furnace, including the black operatives, special ops people that she's been hiring. So she lies to them all, saying that they all have to hunt down a target. But no, she's really going to trap them all in a giant furnace and burn them alive.
Oh my God!
Yep.
And
wow, crazy
she's
bitch!
Such an evil cunt.
And one of the surprises down there is this mystery person named Bob, who was in a cryosleep box in that very furnace, and he is such a mystery that not even Fontaine remembers, or Valentina is her name. Not even she remembers that he's even down there.
The thing is when he appears all like, what the absolute crap? Like, who is this guy? They have no idea because, like they said, he wasn't mentioned.
And Bob doesn't even know why he's there either. He was in like a little pod for Lord knows how long. And they did the old Fry Phillips. Yeah, sort of, but not. He wasn't in there as long as Fry was. So Bob's whole thing, as it turns out, he was in. I think he was in like what was the country that
I'm sorry, it's Philip J. Fry, not Fry Phillips. Go ahead.
What was the country that Yelena was in? He was like a drug addicted minor. He was like severely addicted to heroin, and the only job he could get was a sign thriller dressed as a giant chicken. And he was looking. He went to seek help for his drug habits, only to find out that he didn't actually go to a drug rehab place. It was for a secret super soldier project called Project Sentry. And he was the only surviving test subject that survived the experiment. So Bob basically is like Superman. He's completely invincible, has super strength, can fly, all these things. He has no control over his powers, though. And he not only is he a former drug addict, he was also heavily abused by his father as a youth. And because of that, it
was his mother.
Was his mother? Was his mother abusive too?
Yeah,
his mother was abusive.
Because I remember, like in the dream sequence towards the end of the movie, that you see his father like abuse him. Well, either way, he came from an abusive upbringing. The same, and he has an alter ego that he has no control over, called the Void, which comes out when he is severely depressed, and it is deadly because it basically. Anytime Bob comes, before he got in control of his powers, anytime Bob made a connection with someone by like physically touching them, he would make them relive like their darkest memories, like For example, Yelena, she's a former Black Widow. He made her remember when she murdered one of her friends in cold blood as a part of her Black Widow test. And also, but more hilariously on this one, when he touched Dime Store Captain America John Walker after they climbed the elevator that was broken down, they made him remember when his wife left him. Now, like, why is that funny, John? Like, if you don't know who John Walker is, he's the Dime Store Captain America who stole a super soldier serum and murdered a foreign person in cold blood on live television. And after he was removed of the title of Captain America, even to the point where he neglects taking care of his own child, he can't stop looking at hit piece articles about how much of a failure he is.
Mm-hmm. I love that, like, it's supposed to be like what, like their worst memories and stuff.
And it's when his wife left him while he's looking at an article berating him.
Out of everything, that's the worst.
Yeah, he's a decorated army veteran, and none of those memories came up. His worst memory is him doom scrolling on his phone.
And that gives the implication that he doesn't consider those other things like bad, I guess, enough to be a bad memory.
No, he's still proud of killing that guy. They even brought it up in the first act of the movie. He's not proud of. It's like, oh, you killed an innocent man in front of the whole world. It's like, define innocent.
Ugh.
So
right.
Yeah, and the third act of the movie is like Bob basically engulfs the entire block of New York City in shadow, and the only way they get him out of it is this is one of the rare Marvel movies where there's no big supervillain. They win by helping him fight his depression and being there for him. Mm-hmm. There's a bit of a metaphor where he's literally punching his other alter ego, but he doesn't win by punching him out. He wins by the Thunderbolts, like literally giving a big group hug and pulling him out of the void.
Because see, the thing is that's what the Void wants. Bob doesn't realize that, but it's not until like Yelena realizes it and fights to get to him, and the others join that's how they win.
Honestly, that's a pretty decent metaphor for depression and suicidality. The Void doesn't care. The Void just wants to consume you.
I strongly recommend, like, even if you have MCU fatigue, I think the Thunderbolts is one of the better films they put out, especially recently. And I think it's their best film this year.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's on my list, but we all have lists that are forever growing.
Yep. Lists that end up being honorables in future podcasts. Austin, okay, do you remember Kamalop?
A little bit, like... Okay, he's supposed to be the mascot for a shrine, right?
He's the Kamurocho mascot.
Yeah. So like, you know how Japan has mascots for literally everything: cities, boroughs, districts, businesses. He's the mascot for Kamurocho, which is the fictional version of Kabukicho in real world Japan. Somehow he ended up in Hawaii, and he's trapped there. And
with his little Shinto blessings in the stick. Oh,
and he literally has admitted that the only reason he stays is one, I don't think anybody realizes he's still there, and number two, he only wears the costume to pick up chicks.
Oh.
Which is as you can tell, has not worked out for him. Any girl that walks up to him goes, "Oh, it's a cute little bunny mascot," and they move along.
I mean, he's obviously hitting up the wrong places. There gotta be furry conventions. All right.
Like he was, I think, like he came over like for some sort of exchange program in Infinite Wealth, and then Pirate Yakuza takes place like about a month or two later, so he's still there, and he just asked you to collect fortunes for him because apparently it'll make him feel better about the fact that he's stuck there. And I don't think he can get out of that costume. I think he said he's in Honolulu, Hawaii, wearing that.
Oh my god, he can't get out of it.
Apparently, that or he's never tried. It's been a while since we played the game. I do not remember what he said.
What's the point of picking up chicks if you can't get out of the costume?
He's not very smart.
Maybe he's just hoping they're really into dry humping.
Well,
the inside of that costume has to be repulsive.
Yeah, that's why I feel bad for him.
Yeah?
He's stuck in Hawaii trying to pick up chicks, which is obviously not going to work, and he can't get out of the costume. Poor guy. That's it. I don't expect him to win, but I feel like he deserved like somewhat of a mention.
Yeah, okay.
Jackenstein.
Thank
Christine
you.
can help me with this one
I
somewhat.
love you.
Jackenstein. If you know anything about the world, well, we said it in the honorable mentions. The world of Deltarune is inhabited by the manifestations of objects in the real world, in the dark world. Jackenstein is a literal jack-o'-lantern on a desk in the church with above an old coat.
No. He's in a closet. He's a decoration in a closet.
He's like one of the I even said this in the playthrough. It's like, oh wow, this church doesn't think Halloween's evil. Might not be too bad.
The eyeball nipples are vexing me.
Face.
So
He has a second.
Yeah.
Third face technically.
third, where's the other one?
Underneath his head.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, Jackenstein
Wow.
believes he is ugly, and he claims to have had to be bullied by the other monsters because of his horrifying face. So he does not make connections with people because he's afraid of being judged because of his horrible face. So he hides in the dark and plays pranks on people to pass the time. And you first encounter him in the dark, and also he has terrible spelling. Like he misspells literally everything he says. And I gotta say, despite him being a sad wet cat, he has the funniest moment in the game. We'll talk about that in a future category.
Yes, he does.
Love how they're just like the other two are really, really shocked, and Chris is like,
Oh, that's just
there.
That's just default, Chris.
I know, I like it. I like them a lot. All right, cool.
I had like his article up, right? But I think I covered it. Like he has a hard time fitting in with other monsters because he believes he's ugly and the other monsters tease him. So he has a hard time finding friends. But when the fun gang decides to meet him, he forms a friendship with him, and he is a massive help in the finale before you fight the Titan because you have to climb the towers that they build. The fun gang falls down, but Jackenstein catches them and carries them all the way up.
And also, depending on how many enemies you spare, they will help you. They will also help you. They will help you. The more enemies you spare, the higher up you go up on the column.
And is it too early to talk about, like, this is part of his character? I nominated for funniest scene his entire boss fight. So there's a gimmick in his boss fight where you're in the complete dark. And, like, you know how, like, Undertale and Deltarune have, like, those, like, shmup games?
Pacifist options.
So Jackenstein, he has you go through, like, these little houses, like Pac-Man style. You collect all these little pellets. You collect these little pellets and go into all. They make like the shape of like a haunted house, and you have to go through like these Pac-Man style rooms, collect these little yellow orbs. And as you're slowly making your way back out to the exit, this giant pumpkin head comes out and yells at you. And he yells at you one particular phrase. Hold on, I have it on my soundboard. Like before you get out, he yells, and chases you.
For Jesus.
He yells, "You're taking too long."
And it keeps getting better and better throughout the fight.
Like it goes on to be where, and I think in this is one where my friend and I, we're playing on the channel, we're losing it. There was one where it's a tiny little pumpkin that goes, "You're taking too long," and it like chases you like very, very slowly. But then the bigger pumpkin comes back and says, "You're taking too long. It's taking too long."
And then there's another one where there's a tutu in the thing. So
yeah, it's like you're taking tutu. It turns into a whole YouTube poop thing. Like you take a tutu, and then he goes, "You're taking tutu," and then he chases you.
Then he drops it, and then you drop it, and it's like
you think he's gonna grab you. You think he's gonna grab you, but he stops, puts the tutu on you, and says, "You're tutu."
And please don't forget that.
And then he walks away. But before you think he's walking away, he chases you again.
And don't forget the "you're long" thing.
Oh my God! And then like there's this one narrow puzzle you have to escape.
Going.
He stretches himself out literally like horizontally. He goes, "You're long."
I feel like you guys are underselling him as a Meow Meow, but I do think he sounds like he might win.
This is what he
moment.
does. This is what he does instead of making genuine connections with people. Like
that is sad.
You meet him. This is how you meet him, but then you find out he's a sad little baby cat.
Aww.
And you will see this. You will see this in a funniest scene. Rudy, you couldn't hear the sounds. Everybody else did.
No, I could hear it. I couldn't understand it personally. I don't know about Rudy.
Okay.
You're taking too long. That's what it says.
So, who wants to join me in talking about Denji?
Me.
Didn't we
No, we
nominate
did
him
not
last
because
week, too?
Chainsaw Man didn't have a new thing.
Okay.
John's
so,
the one who nominated him, according to the...
After Jack and Stein and Mael and Alicia, I could use a vocal break.
Yeah.
You guys take over.
Go ahead, Rudy.
Alrighty, so Chainsaw Man, in this world, there are these things called devils, and some devils are more malevolent than others, but Denji is... Okay, like, when I think of Poorest Little Meow Meow, I honestly think of Denji because this young man has had the absolute worst life, because he is trapped in poverty thanks to his dad, who's in debt to the Yakuza. His mother died, and the only friend he has is Pachita, who is a devil, but Denji doesn't know what kind he is. And here's the thing, Denji has sold like his eye, he sold testicle, he's constantly like donating blood. The only thing this man can afford to eat is bread. That is
And
it.
he
doesn't have a home.
You keep calling him a man, but he's 15. He's
young man.
He's a baby to me.
A young man.
Like in my 30s, I think
This
about
poor child.
like he's such a little baby. He's barely on the cusp of manhood, and I feel like that makes it so much sadder.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Because he's a child, and like, see, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't like Denji because he's perverted. His mom is dead. He doesn't know where his dad is. Nobody taught him how to human. He's like alone in the world. And again, the only friend he has is Pachita. And then despite like doing everything the Yakuza ask him to, like in the first episode, he literally eats a cigarette because someone tells him to. It's still lit, by the way. They decide to betray him. And as he gets attacked and as he's dying, Pachita decides to save Denji by fusing with him, and Denji becomes Chainsaw Man. Then he gets offered a job by this mysterious woman named Makima. And you're like, oh, his life is turning around. Nope. Makima is grooming Denji. She is much older than she is. And she can tell that Denji's like into her, and she uses that to her advantage.
What?
She literally lets him like touch her breasts just to keep him under her thumb. Makima's a whole nother can of worms. I'm not going to talk about her, but
the thing about Chainsaw Man is that subjects like grooming young teenagers and violation and sexual assault and manipulation are actually running themes. And Denji is quite frequently a victim of that. And while people may focus on the fact that he's a little perv or whatever, and he gets drawn in by like the promise that he might get a touch an older One-chan's titties, they don't think about the fact that it's like he's a child who has had no education of the outside world. He's never been to school. He doesn't really know how to read or write. He doesn't have any skills to protect himself from someone like Makima, who uses not just like the notion of a sexual favor, but love, the idea that she could love him. And that's something he's so incredibly desperate for that it works.
and he doesn't like realize it. Yeah. And what is even worse is he eventually does meet a girl who is his age and seems interested in him, but it turns out she's also made a contract with the devil, and she's trying to
plot
kill
of the
him.
movie that just came out. Reze, like she seems genuinely interested in him, and they are developing what seems like a healthy relationship until they kiss at a fireworks festival where she starts biting his tongue, like as in like trying to eat it, bite it.
And but now here's the thing: is like he does eventually gain some agency, but you get so frustrated because, you know, you see what Makima's doing, and it's frustrating because Denji doesn't understand what she's doing because, again, he doesn't go to school. He was not raised by his parents. He has no idea that Makima doesn't have his best interest at heart. And again, he is so desperate for affection. He is desperate for connection that he is totally under her thumb, and it is so unsettling to watch. Like, there's so many people that
he doesn't know the difference between like unconditional love.
Everyone's like, oh, he's so lucky. Makima's hot. Makima is purposely using him. She knows what she is doing, and she has absolutely like no remorse.
Mind you, Makima is
either.
fully hot, but she's also fully a villain and a predator. And like, that's kind of a huge part of her character, is that she is this like this evil manipulative force. And the reality is that a lot of the people around her initially do not realize her actual motives. But there's very early scenes where she owns a lot of dogs. And when you see how she treats and refers to her dogs, her pets, is almost identical to the way that she acts with Denji, implying that she really doesn't see him as anything more than a pet.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the first episode of the anime second, where she meets him, she even says, "If would you like to become my dog?"
Yeah,
and
he's like, "Poof, poof."
He even barks for her.
Initially, you might think of that as being like a kinky thing, but it is very
she doesn't see it that way.
Like, that's very quickly pulled apart. I think that Chainsaw Man, for what it is a very interesting discussion on the nature of like the cycle of poverty and abuse and grooming and manipulation. And I think Denji is like kind of the embodiment of that victim.
Yep.
And
lesson learned. If Makima says she's interested in you, run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, call the police. Like, I think also just despite, you know, what we said, this manga does treat it seriously. Like, you know, as adults, we have the clarity to see what's going on. I do like also that it's like male characters rarely get to be the deal with this like sort of thing, and it is a problem. You know, I kind of do like that this story shows, you know, grooming and how it can, you know, blindside younger people and everything. Like I said, it does seem that Denji does eventually wise up, but it's just you feel so bad that he has to go through all of this.
Yeah, I actually like
finally,
even with the fandom, some fans acting like the whole, to unfortunately invoke a South Park episode, older woman, younger guy, nice thing.
Yeah,
I never felt like the manga nor the anime treated it that way. I always felt like it has been treated with the what's the word I'm looking for? Respect and like heaviness that kind of material deserves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't treat it as a joke. It treats it with the severity that it should be treated with.
Yeah. I just want this man. I just want this poor young man to be happy, for the love of God.
Right? I just want him to. I want him.
Yeah. Well, when the manga ends, we'll find out.
Like, I hope that he can have just like a job that isn't everybody using him, unfortunately, and can always know that he's gonna have like his next meal and stuff. I love you, Denji. You weird little man.
I say we adopt Denji.
Yeah. I would.
All right, who wants to go next?
Why don't you tell us about the Peacemaker dude, Austin?
Oh yeah, John Economos.
Economos.
Okay, so full disclosure, I may not have finished watching season 2 Peacemaker.
I can fill in the blanks where you've missed. Okay,
but even then, in both Suicide Squad and the first season Peacemaker, I remember him taking a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't he also? I remember. Didn't he have like a brace on his leg and he was like hobbling around with the
Yep, he got shot out in the ankle.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, and they had to carry him in the season 1 finale. In season 2 finale, he's forced to monitor Peacemaker by August. Like he's in a van.
You mean season 1?
And yeah.
Because you said you didn't finish season 2.
In season 2, when he has to monitor Peacemaker, has a new coworker. What was his name again?
Langston Fleury.
Wow.
Langston Fleury supervising him.
I'm sorry.
That's the guy that Tim Meadows plays.
That's a fucking weatherman ass name. That man should be on local access.
Yeah, I can see Tim Meadows doing it.
Right.
And he tried, there was this one scene where he massages John's shoulders, and he's clearly freaked out about it.
Yeah, like Langston is like the coworker that I would snap on, because I don't know if this guy has like bad social skills or he's literally trying to make John's entire job a living hell or not, but he's fucking annoying.
Okay.
I almost put him on Most Punchable Face, but I might put him back on because he's insufferable for the first half of the season. Because he's I'm trying to remember, like he would constantly make like weird comments about like the like Peacemaker and his friends. Like the one I always remember that always like made me like really want to hit him is like when he saw Vigilante. Like Vigilante's like kind of like a stereotypical white nerdy guy underneath that mask.
Yeah.
And he's like, you see that guy? He looked like he caught all the Pokemon. It's like, what? It was like only nerds like catch Pokemon. Like back when I was in college, when y'all were playing Pokemon, I was getting my dick sucked. And he goes on and on about like what kind of women were like sucking him off. I'm like, dude, have you not taken a hint that John does not care? And John even tries to tell him on multiple occasions. He doesn't want to hear this shit. He just wants to do his job, and for him to just keep it professional and leave him alone. And good on John. And like the next episode, I think he finally has enough of Langston Fleury's shit. And in the funny scene in the movie, the season, he spits on him. He spits on his face. Ew. And Langston has the most, I swear to God, Tim Meadows, his actor, had the funniest read of the line, "What the fuck?" I've ever heard. It's like, what kind of grown man spits on a person? I don't know. What kind of grown man talks about getting their dick sucked and making fun of people that play Pokemon? Or rubs the shoulders of someone who doesn't want it? I could throw that question back on you, dude.
Which it feels sexual harassery. Fucking just rubbing someone's shoulders.
It gives off that vibe. But what makes me question if this guy's just like really stupid or not is like Economos informs him that he has an eagle for a pet, and he's like, that's an eagle? I was like, what? I thought that was just a robin. It's like, no, it's clearly an eagle. It's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I have this thing called bird blindness. I'm like, what? I'm like, is he making this shit up? But like when they go to infiltrate Peacemaker's house to find that to investigate his house and find that interdimensional door in his father's closet, Eagly attacks him, and he's like, oh god, I got attacked by a pigeon.
Okay, I have to say that having like bird face blindness is actually very funny.
Yeah, and even as like a ad for the season, they did like a fake PSA. It's like, if everyone knows someone in their life that has been affected by bird blindness. If you know somebody that's been affected with the bird blindness, reach out and be a friend to them.
Oh man.
So I really can't tell if he's just being an asshole or if he really is this socially inept.
I think it's probably a mixture of both, for the sounds of it. And poor John has to deal with it. And like, before he spits on Fleury, he actually has a great line to what's the name of the woman that oversees him that has like the cybernetic enhancements? But it was like Bordeaux or something like that. She says, "I'm not here to put up with your shit, John." It's like, actually, but definitionally, if you've read my file, you do have to put up with my shit. Like, if you read my dossier, you see that I have antisocial tendencies and possible autism. So yes, by definition, you are paid to deal with my shit. Like, I think that, just from, I haven't watched Peacemaker yet. I mentioned it in my regrets. But I have, seen Suicide Squad. I do think that, like, as a character, he's very, he's gotten shit on by, like, Amanda Waller long before this other guy showed up, like he really has kind of been something of an office punching bag.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Yeah.
He's the office punching bag. The other reason he doesn't want to spy on Peacemaker is he's childhood friends with him. He doesn't want to, he's like, I don't want to spy on my friend. This is weird and wrong. But yeah, poor guy. He literally is the office punching bag. He's even the punching bag among his friends sometimes, but that kind of drops as they grow closer.
Still doesn't save him from getting stabbed in the hand.
Oh yeah, and also like whenever and later in the season, because Austin, you get to see it. He when the Earth Dimension X version of his family finds out, his father stabs him and ties him up. So yeah, he's the subject of, he gets the butt of all the shit that happens in Earth Dimension X. Like he's tied up, he's stabbed, he's the butt of everything. So he really has it rough.
We got 2 more. We have.
Should we save Bill for last?
Yeah, we can do Bill last. So let's do Heisuke.
Heisuke Mashimo. Rudy and I can help. Rudy, you actually kind of described this guy already.
Yes.
So remember the guy that Sakamoto hired because and didn't hold a grudge against because he was homeless and only hunted people for money, which is not very much, and he can't afford rent or food. May I introduce to you the guy we were talking about?
Oh.
Yep.
So Heisuke Mashimo is literally he's a proficient sniper. And he's literally only doing this because he's poor.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's kind of the only thing he can do. He's an assassin, but he's only good at sniping. And we meet him. Yeah, we meet him. He is like camping out on like the top of some buildings with a really crappy tent. And his bird, Peasuke. That little, I think it's a cockatiel.
Yeah, his parrot.
I think it's a cockatiel.
His cockatiel. It is a cockatiel. His cockatiel is like his only friend.
Oh, that's so sad.
It's like he's also so he's like, I would say not necessarily a himbo, but like himbo adjacent, because despite his circumstances, this boy is a ray of sunshine, and everybody gets along with him. Like I said, that's why Sakamoto doesn't like get mad at him. And here's the thing, Heisuke doesn't even want to fight Sakamoto when he realizes who he is. He enters a competition. I think it was it paint guns or water guns? It was like
some sort of paintball competition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Airsoft. It was airsoft. And he enters with Shin and Sakamoto, and he ends up like getting along with them. But then when he realizes who Sakamoto is, he's like about to, he wants to take him out to get the money. But after
he's
that,
like, oh shit, this is my target.
Yeah. And he doesn't want to do it again because it's like, oh wow, I made friends. This is great. But then he's like, oh no, one of my friends is my target. Like he's just such a sweet kind character. Like they even acknowledge this. Like he just is able to get along with anybody. He is that nice. He gets along with Sakamoto's wife and daughter very well, and of course everybody loves his little bird Peasuke.
Yeah, when they go away, he usually ends up watching the store.
Yeah. I do think that putting a fucking rifle what are those called, sights tattoo
Crosshair?
on your face, yes, crosshair, thank you, Christine,
you're welcome,
on your face was a very, very bad choice. Like assassinating people is supposed to be something of a mysterious business, as not to be jailed, but sure.
Actually, in the world of Sakamoto days, the assassination is it's an honor profession. They even have schools for it.
Oh, that's really cool. That's fun.
Yep, that's a whole big part of the second season, because they try to enter the infiltrate the school that Sakamoto graduated from to uncover a conspiracy from a wanted assassin who's trying to like basically take over the world.
Oh, that's wild. That's fun. I definitely need to read this. It's on my to read list, but
yep, I don't think it's all that long either. I think the author even said he's about to end it.
Oh, look at the little cockatiel too. So cute.
Yeah, I almost named him for Scrimblow, but Scrimblow was so big this year.
Yeah.
I had to make some cuts somewhere, and Peasuke, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, is it time for the most pathetic piece of garbage in media of all time?
Let's do it.
Damn,
Who
John.
wants the honor?
Bill goddamn Dauterive. I expect everybody who has ever seen King of the Hill to help me with this. I'm not sure there is any more. John's not right there. Any more pathetic character than Bill.
I think this category should be named after him.
Yeah, the Dauterive Awards. Like, he is, since his inception, like, if you've ever heard the TV trope term butt monkey, Bill is that, like, from the get. His wife left him after presumably cheating on him. He used to be a football star in college, in high school.
Yeah, he was all American. He had a full scholarship in college, I think, but then something happened.
Yeah, then he busted his leg, if I recall correctly. He ended up in the army. He ended up as a fucking hairdresser in the army because that's all they think he's good for. He's never...
And he actually is pretty good at it, too.
He actually is. But every time that he starts to succeed at something, it inevitably falls apart in his hands. He can't keep a relationship together. He can't keep himself together. He's repeatedly fallen into these deep depressions where...
I remember one episode, like, he was like pretending he was his ex-wife because he was having like a psychotic episode.
Yeah.
Like dressing up as her and everything and like pretending all of his friends. Wasn't this a Christmas episode too?
It was a Christmas episode. It's called, I believe the title was Pretty Little Dresses or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I believe that was also the episode where prior to that he was on suicide watch.
Yeah, I remember, and like they had to like babysit him in his house to make sure he didn't try anything.
And that's when he had his psychotic break because his ex left him around Christmas. And every single time they add something to his backstory or alter something, it's just to be like more awful to his character. This man never gets a win. Even when he gets a win, it ain't a win. It's just like...
He also doesn't like have a lot of self-control, and that I think also sort of adds to the issues, because I remember this one episode, it was like they were having like a barbecue or something. Yeah. And like Hank said the hot dogs were ready. Bill ate all of them.
That's the episode where he tried to be a professional eater, like hot dog contests, like Joey Chestnut for an episode. Yeah. And honestly, if Hank wasn't around and tried to rein him in, I think that he would not only commit suicide, he would just go off the deep end.
Which season 14 proved. Because when Hank and Peggy moved to Saudi Arabia for that propane job that he got, Bill let himself go after COVID. Like he became morbidly obese, never shaved his beard, never left his damn bed.
Yeah, he became a head in the bed.
All because of Hank and mostly Peggy, because we also forgot to mention later in the later halves of the original show's run, Bill's thing became being obsessed with Peggy Hill.
Mm-hmm. Often not just Peggy. Often not just Peggy, but I feel like it was almost like the idea of taking over Hank's life. Mm-hmm. Like, because he would also try to act weirdly like fatherly to Bobby at points. I think that it was like the idea of Hank has the ideal life and I want to become Hank. That includes being Bobby's dad and Peggy's husband.
So that actually plays into another episode in this season.
Yeah, and Bill doesn't get himself back together till Hank comes back. Yeah. And when he has his first barbecue after they come back from Saudi Arabia, Bill is wearing nothing but a tank top and that's it, and socks. Like he likes to really let himself go. I forgot what they did to get him back into. Well, I want to say into shape, but like the way he was before. So you'd think he gets his life back together after that.
Of course not.
But no. I think Bill Dauterive's worst thing he ever does is in this new season. And Austin, you can tell us.
So Bill claims he has friends, but outside of the alley. But of course, Hank, Dale, and Boomhauer don't believe him. They think that his quote-unquote friends are imaginary. And to Hank's surprise, he actually sees that Bill Dotrieve is actually friends at a black-owned barber shop. He knows just about all the people there.
Oh, no.
And,
oh, God, no.
Yes, you remember now, don't you?
And it turns out that Bill portrays Hank a lot differently than he actually is. Like, it turns out that he insists that Hank was the one who let himself go, and that Hank's the one who's lonely and suicidal, and that Bill is married to Peggy.
Oh, my God.
Wait, he lies.
Yes.
And takes Hank's oh my God.
That's actually considerably better than what I thought you were going to say.
To the point where he's stolen wedding photos from Hank's house and like cut out his own face and pasted them all over.
Oh my God, what a fucking weirdo.
And that's not the end of it. That's not the end of it still. What he does next is even worse.
I'm sorry, you said black-owned barber shop, and I went, oh no.
Yeah, that was when I was watching. That was where my mind went.
But yeah. And then when Hank presses Bill to come clean, instead, he just tells his friends that Peggy's dead.
And they have a funeral in his house across the street.
God, that's awful.
Oh my fucking God. Can we rename this up? If Bill wins, we have to rename the category.
And not to mention some of the lines of dialogue, the little things, like when we found out he's bed and he says, "Oh, I just been finishing Netflix. You know, when you get to the end of Netflix, they send someone out to do something called a wellness test."
A wellness check?
Yeah. And another scene when they're talking about craft beer, and Bill says, "Oh, it tastes like there's a gun in my mouth." And Dale says, "Well, Bill said no, he's the one who put a gun in his mouth."
Yeah. The Austin line was Bill tried the craft beer. It says that he says it tastes like the time he put a gun in his mouth, and Bill says it tastes like exactly like I thought it would.
Oh my God! I'll never forget that. Oh jeez!
Rich and I were sat rolling at that line.
I truly think that Stephen Root, who plays Bill, he brings just so much to this character. He is he's an amazing actor. If he's fantastic in Get Out. If you ever see Barry, he's so fucking good in it. Him as Bill may be his like best role though. He plays like sad, pathetic, needy, near yandere of a man so well.
And seeing how these shows have been renewed for 3 more seasons, you can expect him to potentially get nominated again.
Man, he would be a perfect candidate for Cucky Ducky if it weren't for the existence of Dale Gribble.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, after all that, it's finally time to vote.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first.
So we have for this particular category 5 votes. Let's go.
Yep.
So I'm voting for Bill Dotrieve.
Yep.
Robert Reynolds, aka Sentry. Peacemaker.
John Economos.
John Econom. Yes, John, yeah. Sorry about that. Dennis Whittaker, after all the shit you described about him. And I feel insanely bad for Dempsey. Like, I had no idea about all the grooming and pedophilia stuff. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll go. Denji. Bill. Because, of course. Dennis. That is 3. I think Alicia, her situation sounded just really shit. And John.
All right, I'll go. Alicia / Mael, Denji, Bill, Dennis, Robert, Christine.
All right, my turn.
Or Christine or Rudy. That you guys left.
I'll go. Denji, Alicia, my boy Jackenstein, Dennis, and Bob.
Bob?
All right,
you
my
mean
turn.
Bill?
No,
Oh,
I
you-
think she means
Oh,
Bob
right, Bob.
Robert from Thunderbolts.
Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot they call him Bob in the movie. We called him by his full name in the category.
Okay. So I'm going to give Nathan Kane a vote. Denji. Bob. That's 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, 3. Got 2 more.
Bill. And... I think I gotta give it to Dennis. So I gotta make a tiebreaker.
Yep, we got Denji versus Dennis in a pathetic
All right.
off.
Oh my God.
Okay. So you are on a game show called Save That Meow Meow. Regis Philbin comes back from the dead to host the show and says,
Okay.
you are given the chance to save this poor little Meow Meow. You will give them a home. You will give them money. You will make the fridge will always be filled, and they will be protected from any evil. Do you give it to Dennis or do you give it to Denji?
God fucking damn you.
My God.
This is actually really fucking hard.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
Okay. Shit.
I can hear
I'm
I can hear the decision music for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire now.
Yeah, the decision music for Jeopardy.
Yeah, like with the heartbeat and the sound. That one.
Yeah. Okay. Rudy, do you have one?
Yep, this one's really easy for me. It is Denji. Because fuck Makima. How dare she do this to this young man? How dare she use his affection and his need for connection against him? This man Genji grew up without both of his parents.
Yeah, that's
He is a child and the world has abandoned him.
Honestly, yeah, that's kind of why I'm leaning towards Denji myself, because he's a baby. Like, he's only 15, man, and that's so young to have so much. I mean, yeah, Dennis is in his early 20s, but like, Denji just, I don't know, it's heartbreaking.
Every adult in his life has failed him.
Yep.
There's not a single person who seems to give a shit about him, and that's just heartbreaking.
Well, I would argue that like Aki did, but the operative word here being did, because he's dead.
Yeah. Again, just
Yeah.
it's sad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Denji because Dennis eventually, it sounds like, got the assistance he need. Denji still needs help, and I don't
Yeah.
think anybody is gonna give it to him unless someone who actually cares for him unconditionally and not because they want his power wants to help him.
Yeah. It's fair. Austin?
Denji. Like,
All
it's
right.
without that, like, this kid needs help. He needs to be put into protective services, foster care, anything.
And Christine?
I was gonna say Dennis, but Denji.
Denji
You
is
can say whatever
unanimous.
you want. All right.
Okay, we're all official. Okay, so since he won Little Meow Meow, that means we are now all his parents and we are adopting him.
Yep.
Yay.
And we are also going to be pressing charges against Makima.
I don't
Denji
think you
is-
have to worry about her much longer.
Yeah, for real, for real.
That is all I'm going to say. The anime hasn't gotten there yet.
Oh, it hasn't.
No.
Okay.
No, the
Okay.
anime. Spoilers for the Rezark movie. The anime is up. Reze gets got. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. So our
Yeah.
poorest little meow meow is Denji, and that is it.
Yeah, congrats or I'm sorry to Denji. Well, I hope things get better for you soon.
A little of both.
All right. Let's move on next to our next category, the most punchable face, or faces, as it were. So this category is for not necessarily villains, it's for characters who are just downright fucking annoying for one reason or another. Are they just annoying, or are they complete fucking assholes?
A little bit of both.
And speaking of complete fucking assholes, we have an absentee nominee from last year, and I think everyone could agree that not only is this guy awful, he probably would have beat Homelander last year. Our honorary nominee from last year is Jimmy from Mouthwashing.
Fuck off,
Fuck
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I feel like it would have been a real it would have been a tiebreaker between him and Homelander because they're both rapist assholes.
Yep.
Both absolutely vile.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, spoilers for Mouthwashing, the entire plot happens because he rapes Anya, and him and Curly try to cover it up by crashing the ship.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
That's like the
then.
big twist. That's like the big twist towards the end.
By crashing the ship, Curly didn't know.
Well, he didn't Jimmy tell him, and they said, "Well, you can crash the ship," or is that what Jimmy decided on his own?
I think that's what Jimmy decided on his own. And when Curly found out what he was doing, he tried to course correct and ended up getting badly disfigured.
Yeah. Well, at least Jimmy had the wherewithal to kill himself. Fuck him.
Yep.
But so congratulations, Jimmy. That's the only award you're ever going to receive that isn't a punch in the face from me. All right, so for our 2026 nominees for Most Punchable Face, the nominees are, and spoilers for Borderlands 4, Deltarune, Frankenstein 2025, Happy Gilmore 2, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, No Sleep for Konami Date AI The Somnium Files, Sinners, Superman, and The Thunderbolts. Our nominees this year are Claptrap from Borderlands 4.
Of course you'd nominate him.
Fuck Claptrap. Fuck him. Carol Holiday from Deltarune.
Boom.
Toriel Dreamer from Deltarune.
That's my picture.
Victor Frankenstein from Frankenstein 2025. Hal from Happy Gilmore 2. Masaru Fujita from Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Captain Celebrity from My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Ota Matsushita from No Sleep for Konami Date from AI The Somnium Files. Hogwood from Sinners. Guy Gardner from Superman. John Walker from Thunderbolts. And Valentina Allegra de Fontaine from Thunderbolts.
All right.
Who wants to go first? Should I just get Claptrap out of the way?
Yes.
Yeah, you might as well, because I can imagine you ranting about him.
Claptrap from Borderlands is how I feel for Claptrap from Borderlands is how the internet decided to feel about that harmless NPC from Metroid Prime 4. He's not that bad, but I hate Claptrap. Yes, he's a staple for the series, but I think he's fucking cringe, and I wish I could kill him. The game doesn't let you. However, they know everyone hates him because there is a feature in Borderlands 4 where you can turn down specifically his speech.
If he's such an unpopular character, why do they keep bringing him back?
He's like the game's Pikachu, and for some reason he's just a staple. It's not Borderlands without him.
I guess that doesn't compute fully for me because Pikachu is beloved.
Yeah, and John also finds his voice annoying.
Well, he's had 2 voice actors, and they're both annoying.
Oh.
Yeah,
he got recast because Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but his original VA wanted a fair pay or something, and Randy Pitchford punched him.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Okay.
What a fucking dickbag.
Yep. And he's been played by Jim Ferranda ever since.
All right.
But yeah, if you when our Borderlands 4 playthrough comes out, you'll see that the moment he comes up, the game does not let you shoot him or hurt him, but I try anyway.
I see.
Waste of
You're
bullets.
just wasting your ammo. There you go. Yeah.
Much of this sounds like a personal vendetta.
Yeah.
I mean, I will neither confirm nor deny.
And to add to John, they actually made him Claptrap a playable character in Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
I see.
But his abilities, they give him a bunch of buffs, but also a lot of nerfs, like subroutines, where he gets a massive boost in stats for one type of gun while a subroutine is going on, but he also gets a massive nerf for all of the gun types.
It's punishment for liking him.
And also,
I'm sorry, what?
his action skill is the frag-trap.exe, which is always random, and it affects not just Claptrap, but whoever else is playing with him, like a Clap in a Box, where Claptrap gets a giant bomb and plays Pop Go to Rizzo. And if it goes off and around enemies, they take massive damage. But if there's no enemies, then instead Claptrap and any other nearby allies immediately go into the fight for your life mode.
Huh.
Which is like the near-death experience.
Might I be uncouth for a moment? His name sounds like an STD.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
Yeah, just like herpes, he's real hard to get rid of.
Okay, I don't know if anybody wants to go next, but I know who I'm going to speak for in this.
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Who do you want to?
You probably know who it is.
Good.
Wait, what?
No, Rudy, tell us.
Yep.
Okay. Oda.
Yes, please.
Oh god,
Bring on the BS. Let's go.
So we are doing a playthrough of No Sleep for Kaname Dante, and I said something that I picked up from Swoozy. Simpin' ain't pimpin'. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet the biggest sip on the face of the planet. I hated this character when I played the first AI Somnium Files, and see, I used to think I disliked Iris. She's still not my favorite character, but I think I dislike this one more just because he's such a creep, but he's also a brat. Like in the first game, it turns out he dropped out of college to be a writer, but he wasn't a published writer at all. He was just writing stuff and not like sharing it. And for some reason, his mom thinks he's like the bee's knees, even though he's a little wad. But oh my
Wait,
god,
he's in college. How old is this man?
24.
He looks like he's 12. He looks 12.
He's 24.
I was surprised too.
Well,
He
He's
looks
short.
like he's going on a Pokemon journey.
Louder for the people in the back.
He's 24.
And doesn't he sim for this one underage girl?
No, Iris is 18.
Oh.
thank God.
It's still not great, but
I don't know that I would call like
Because
simping
in the
by
first game,
Go,
it turns out he was white knighting her by pretending to be haters and then coming to her defense.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes,
God.
he literally sat in the office of her, the agency that represents her. He has sock puppet accounts on Twitter that argue with each other, and they're all him.
I would not call that simping.
Sorry,
I would call
think
that
you
some
mean
yandere
two-witter.
bullshit.
Well, the thing is, like, he is obsessed with Iris to the point of, like, I guess spending all his money on her merch and everything to the point that it worries his mother. But in No Sleep for Kaname Dante, he's somehow in the same area where Iris is, and Iris passes out because she had. It's confusing and complicated.
No, he's a stalker from the sounds of it.
Yeah,
That's why he's in the same area.
you wouldn't be too far off, if at all.
Okay, so Iris is passed out because she had to like hold her breath for an extremely long time. And while she is asleep, there is a choice for him to randomly touch her.
Of course there is.
Oh
Thanks,
god.
I hate it.
Yes. And also, like, the thing, okay, so here's the thing is that Iris is supported by other people in the games, but the way Oda treats her, he treats her like she's this, like, it's creepy. And I guess also, like, as a VTuber, I find it very unsettling because there are so many creeps in the world of VTubing. Like, this year, Valkyrie and 2 other women were live streaming, and this dude randomly showed up. He asked one of them out. They said no, and then he like threatened to kill him.
Yeah.
Emaru was at a Twitch con, and some random dude came up to her and just started to hug her and then try to kiss her. Like, he is everything I hate about like parasocial relationships, and he's just such a little whiny bitch. The only time I ended up liking him was in the first game where we do this, where you do the route featuring his mom. Because he finally realizes he's been like a complete and total asshole to his mom. His mom is alone. Her husband dies, and she's like his only supporter, and he has treated her like absolute garbage.
And then you find out she has dementia.
Oh
my God.
Well, that's probably why she doesn't question his like lack of a job and thinks he's the best and a writer and shit. She doesn't remember.
I think that's a pretty big part of it.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't play this game, but that sounds very reminiscent of a lot of idol culture. Just in the first place, yeah, it is very parasocial. It's very entitled.
What makes it frustrating? We're going to talk about her, but Iris is oblivious.
Airhead.
It's the obvious red flag. It's like he's the red flag factory, and she's just like, hi, Elda. And I'm just like, sweetie, he's going to murder you, okay? You're going to end up in the back of his car.
It's like...
I don't think he's got the balls.
Sorry.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
I can't fully blame... At least if she's with an agency or anything, like they're just like, even when there are creepers, they're trained to like constantly smile and appeal. It's like customer service to the max. And I just feel like that puts them in so much danger.
You know what?
Yeah, but like
you know what
said,
gives you know what gives me hope for Iris's safety? Remember who the CEO of her agency is now.
Oh, that's right.
If he tries anything, Mizuki's gonna give him a pipe to the face.
Yeah, the way you've summarized this guy, I'm not sure I want to punch him in the face so much as I want to kick him in the dick. But
yeah, same diff.
Yeah.
This is the only time I'll say this in a non-literal sense, but fuck that drink.
Okay, so John, do you want to talk about what's her name?
Carol?
Valentina?
Or no, Christine.
Okay,
Christine nominated Valentina.
I actually would love to hear about Toriel and Deltarune.
John, we watched it together.
Okay, well, Luffy wants to hear about Toriel. I can't talk about Toriel without first talking about Carol Holiday.
Okay.
Boo.
Yeah.
Yay!
So
spoilers for Deltarune. I haven't played, but I played Undertale, so.
Okay, well, she's not related to any character from Undertale specifically. She is the mayor of the town that the monsters live in, and also Noelle Holiday's mother. One of the big points of contention in the game is that Noelle's older sister is implied to be dead or missing, or possibly both. And
her name, her older sister's name is Des,
which is short for December. And yeah, their family's Christmas themed. They're all reindeer.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, damn it! That's why her name's Noelle.
Yes,
you just got that.
Carol.
Okay.
Carol, yeah.
Let's get back on track here. So, in the beginning of the 4th chapter, you visit Noelle's house, which is a literal Christmas mansion. I'm not even being hyperbolic.
Wild.
And Noelle has a bit of a crush on Susie, which I think is absolutely cute. And there's one point where you're playing as Chris, and he's separate from Susie and Noelle, and they're having a genuine bond with each other. And at one point, they go into Noelle's sister Des's room, and they start playing her guitar. And right at that moment is when Carol comes home, and you haven't even met her yet, and she loses it on Susie, and
she's fucking cold. She's a freaking cold bitch. That's
literally too, because her theme, her character theme is just someone lightly breathing in the cold. It's creepy. And like she says the first thing she says is, "Put that guitar down and don't ever show your face around my daughter ever again. Do you hear me?"
Minor question / segue. Doesn't Chris use they them pronouns?
Chris, well, yes, but I'm talking about Susie.
Okay, well, you said he earlier with Chris.
Yeah, sorry.
I was confused.
So while Chris is separated from them, Noelle and Susie are playing a guitar. Chris is not present when this is happening, so I don't know who I was referring to.
Okay.
Chris is busy chasing chasing their soul around Des's room to get. Oh,
yeah,
wait,
that's
As one does.
yeah, it's a thing. It's unrelated to Carol.
Yeah.
Carol, however, seems to like Chris a lot, and this is a mystery that has not been answered yet. But like,
who is the Roaring Knight?
Christine, that's not confirmed. That's a rumor.
I think it kind of sounds like racism.
Could be. She could be racist against dinosaurs.
I
See, the thing is she goes up to Chris, places a hand on Chris's shoulder, and goes, "You're always welcome here." And it's
in
just
big red letters.
Yeah, it was so unsettling.
I get like from some of the stuff that I've read / seen of Deltarune, it does seem like Susie gets a bad rap, and it seems like there is some like discrimination even within like the monster community towards monsters like her.
Yeah, because Susie's a delinquent, somewhat. They're always late to school. She's always eating the chalk.
I mean, but like some of that it could just be acting out because everybody's already treating her like she's a problem, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, Carol's only in that one scene, so we don't definitively know. But I do not like how incredibly judgmental she was to Susie.
That's
outright
super fair.
That being
she
said,
also just looks very angry.
Oh, I've never seen her smile. That being said, I think Toriel's worse. Toriel was going to be my MILF of the Year nominee until the end of chapter 4.
Oh my gosh!
So
this is hard for me because like I need to know because Toriel was like so, you know, I loved her in Undertale.
So in chapter 4,
are you hating on the thick goat mama?
Yeah,
you're about to find out why. So in chapter 4, Toriel's leading choir practice at the church, and a dark fountain appears. And Chris and Susie are justifiably worried about Toriel's safety. So they do the usual, go into the dark fountain, solve it, close it up, da-da-da-da-da. The whole thing happens. They come out. Toriel's not in there. Not in there at all. And it's actually raining when they come back. So at the end of the game, Chris and Susie go back to Chris's house, and they find Toriel drunk off her ass, doing the jig with Sans, and not once does Toriel say, "Oh, I'm worried about you. Where have you been?" And also, don't forget too, that Toriel's divorced from Asgore.
Yeah,
and not once does she like apologize or confess to like explain herself at all. She's like, "Oh, by the way, this have you met Sans? This is somebody I met he works at the grocery store. He's somebody I've been seeing." And this struck a nerve with me as somebody who comes from a divorced family and had to meet my stepfather through, I mean, not means like this, but like not in ideal circumstances. And also, Chris shows basically no emotion throughout the entire game, but here, and you can see it in the screenshot, Chris's face is like sullen and they're holding their head down. And even worse, Susie is incredibly uncomfortable, and like partway through this, she leaves.
I see.
Oh boy.
So yeah, Toriel was potentially in danger and did not like, because if you remember from Undertale 2, Toriel was like constantly on the phone with Frisk and like checking up on them. That didn't happen here at all. You never hear from Toriel to the very last moments of the game when you walk in on this.
Can I also mention that the two of them thought that she was doing choir practice? No,
she canceled it because of the rain.
Yeah, she canceled it because of rain.
Didn't tell anybody.
Clearly, we know why.
Didn't tell anybody either.
Yep.
She has a phone. So does Chris.
Yeah.
So for some reason she didn't think to contact them.
Nope. And then Chris goes to bed, and they keep partying, or maybe.
And poor Chris, they're just covering their face and their ears with the pillow. Oh my God, the poor baby! I swear, they just can't catch a break.
Now, it's not clear what's going on while they're doing it, but like they're implying that like Sans is telling jokes as there's like a rim shot in there. I think Sans might be showing her the bone.
Oh God.
I mean, even
Jeez.
if that's not the case, loud, excessive drinking, disrespecting your child in that way is still, problematic.
Yep, and Toriel has yet to apologize.
Well, I guess there's other parts coming up.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe we'll find out then, maybe we won't. I hope so.
Yeah, because some of the stuff I'd heard set up for Toriel in this one, like I could understand some of the issues she was having because it sounded like Asgore was just not fucking just accepting that they were not together anymore.
No, yeah, that's still a thing too.
Yeah, to a point that it was gross harassment, stalkery.
Yeah, the very beginning of chapter 4, Asgore is in a bush listening on the conversation. He pops up with a bouquet of flowers.
Oh my God, girl, no.
And so you know how Sans loves to make puns, and so does Toriel. Well, somehow Asgore gets to the store and says, they were making puns about eggs, and Asgore comes in and is like, "Hey, it's me, your eggs husband."
I forgot about that line.
Oh my God!
I forgot.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was in chapter 2. That was in chapter 2. I remember.
I feel bad for all the people who, all the Soriel shippers, because I feel like they got canon Soriel, but at what
what
cost?
It's like a monkey's paw deal.
Yeah, not only did this
in
make me hate
any-
Toriel, I think I kind of hate Sans now too.
At least this version.
Yeah.
I just, again, I don't understand why she wouldn't at least call Chris.
Yeah. Well, maybe she'll
I don't
apologize
know.
at the beginning of 5. We'll find out. All right.
Yeah, I would be interested because in any other world, just them dance like that would be the cutest fucking screenshot.
Yeah. I remember
But
when I
in
first played this with
context of this-
Danielle. I was laughing until I got the full context. I was like, oh, now I feel terrible for laughing at this.
I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. The more it unfolds, the more upsetting it becomes. That just fucking sucks.
Yeah,
I'd like to know.
I thought it was
her
funny
motivations.
until I saw Chris's head go down and Susie awkwardly left. I'm like, Susie's a pretty awkward person, and she's generally Toriel welcomed her into her home at the end of chapter 2, but here she's like, nah, I'm out. See ya.
Also, don't forget Toriel is their teacher.
Ah.
No, wait,
No.
no. Is she
No,
teacher?
it's
Wait, that's the wrong. Wait, no, it's Alpha. My
The
bad.
office is her teacher.
what's
I was
in
gonna
the
say.
Lizica.
They're both,
Yeah.
She also works. Toriel also works there in the other classroom.
But yeah,
She works at the
that's still
school?
weird. All right,
Yeah.
I think we've exhausted this one quite a bit. Anybody else
Okay,
want to go?
thank you. I'm sorry to segue into. I was just very curious.
Nope, it's good. I knocked out. I knocked
go
out
ahead.
2 from the same series.
All
All right,
right.
so Luffy, you want to do Victor Frankenstein with me?
Sure.
Yeah, so spoilers for Frankenstein. We found out that Victor had a rather abusive father growing up,
Mm-hmm.
who always favored his son, younger son, over him. And
Yep.
he began to obsess over overcoming mortality. We see him just oh yeah, I forgot. And there's that Elizabeth, who his brother is betrothed to, my ad. He begins creeping over him, even following her to church and pretending to be a pastor during her confession.
Nasty.
And when he finally brings the creature to life, he starts imitating his father's abuse. He keeps him chained up in a basement,
Yep.
mocking him and barely abusing him.
Yeah.
And
will-
the only time... Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
But in the only time the creature shown any kindness was from Elizabeth herself.
When this movie first came out, I saw a review that was really upset that this film framed Oscar Isaac's character Victor Frankenstein as a villain rather than Frankenstein's monster. And I was like, bestie, that's the book. Like, this is honestly the most
always been the
book
villain.
accurate Victor Frankenstein that there has ever been. He is a man whose ambition, like, took him to do horrible and horrific things. And that unchecked,
Ego.
Yeah, that unchecked ego led him to do these experiments. And then when he succeeded, after all that, after the people he sacrificed, like, because, you know, he killed his one friend during that, like, scene, his friend, like, who wanted this whole experiment to work because he thought it would help with his cancer. Like, he just didn't give a shit. And then as soon as he created new life, as soon as he made a child, essentially, he became a deadbeat dad instantly.
Yeah.
He was just like, he was out. Like, and that rejection from the get-go is really what led to the creature's more violent behavior, arguably, because there was no acceptance, there was no love, there was nothing but malice from Victor. He was a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fascinating character, but he was a jackass.
Yeah.
People don't understand that Dr. Frankenstein is the villain.
Yes.
Like, I mean, the monster is not, perfect, but he's the victim.
Mm-hmm.
And in many ways, like I said, it's like the cycle of abuse. Like, I learned from you, Father. Like,
I learned of it watching you.
Exactly.
Did you guys also notice that this is the second time in a row we've nominated a Frankenstein in this category?
That's true.
That's right.
We also nominated Eric.
Eric Frankenstein from Creature Commandos was in last year's because
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
what is it with the Frankensteins? They're being such fucking douchebags.
I mean,
Runs in the
the
family.
story. Yeah, the story lends itself to that.
Frankenstein more like fucking-stein.
Wow. All right.
I mean, I feel like part of the problem was that he couldn't get fucked. That was Eric's whole issue, wasn't it?
Fuckenstein.
Yeah.
That's another category.
Okay, so I guess you said about all we can about this guy, Luffy?
I think so. Unless there's anything. I know Rudy's also seen the film. Do you want to, like...
No, I think you guys covered it.
Okay.
Because, like, the thing is just he's so obsessed with one, this one goal that he doesn't seem to understand how it is affecting, like, the people around him. He's just a very selfish, character.
And he's very short-sighted. He didn't think about, like, anything after that goal.
Nope.
All right.
Okay, so who's next?
I have one that I really want to talk about, but I'm willing to let anybody else go with another nominee first.
Okay, let's see.
Martin?
I think this is another one we share with a lot of people. Hogwood from
I was just about to say, why don't we get the easy one out of the way?
I actually don't know which one of us.
I think we all
Okay,
nominated him
so-
for the reason that we should.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a racist ex.
Yeah, he's a
He's a
racist
grand
and
dragon.
he's a leader of the local Ku Klux Klan
What
group.
more is there to say? He's a Klansman. Fuck him.
Yeah. And
And
I mean, there is some to say. Not only is he a Klansman, he's a grand dragon, but he purposefully set up to, murder the protagonist, like to have what do they call it? A coon hunt?
Oh,
which is
God.
Just
Just to clarify, Hogwarts words, not theirs.
yeah, not my words. That's literally in the script. It's just, yeah, because he's not just a racist. He's not just a member of the Ku Klux Klan. A Grand Dragon is like a leader of it. He's king racist of Racist Town.
Huh.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for some reason, instead of saying, hey, you guys can't have your juke joint, they let them build it just so they could, potentially destroy it.
I think that the other part of that was they took their money to let them build it.
Yeah.
So they, fleeced them and then we're going to kill them. So even more asshole behavior all around.
Yeah, it was like some elaborate plan to just kill as many black people as he can.
Yeah, it seemed like that was the goal, but after taking all their money.
Instead, we filled him with holes of his own.
Yeah.
Make him Swiss cheese.
It was so cathartic when he died.
Incredibly justified death.
You can not have an ounce of sympathy for this man, especially after what happens to everybody in the juke joint.
Mm-hmm. Part of you wishes that maybe he'd gotten his ass handed to him a little earlier, but I thought it was very funny that the first victims were his nephew and the nephew's wife. And because of that, his whole spot got blown open.
Yeah.
Well, if Remick did one good thing,
other than singing that bomb ass song.
Yeah, that was a bomb ass song. I'll give him.
Yeah, that's why somebody from Nita dropped.
We'll talk about that. I guess in episode 5 or something. All right, I think I'm ready to rant about you think Claptrap was my number 1 nominee here? No, I think I'm ready to talk about how much I now really despise Masaru Fujita from Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Austin, you were spared the worst of this guy. You were spared.
Oh,
Do you remember that sub story about how he wants to find a classy girl through a party? Oh my God, if you actually go through with this, it's literal cringe fest hell. So, Masaru Fujita is one of the members of Majima's pirate crew that he forms. And a sub-story that you have to start in the story, but not necessarily finish, is he wants to have his lifelong dream is he wants to have a party of classy women and choose his mate from the group, bachelor style. And you have to meet up with at least one of them, and you learn more about these women. And one of them is a Twitch streamer. One of them really wants to be a advocate for sex positivity, so on and so forth. Then comes the day where you have to I forgot what the name of the party was, but
So it wasn't even a mixer that involved other men or anything. It was it was
him
just
and
a
5 women.
Party.
And all the stories and sub-stories with the women are wholesome as hell. Wonderful. But then when you get them all together to try and meet this guy, and dear God, here's the first thing that made it awkward. This is the only part of the game that's done in live action, not in-game graphics. So the actual actor that plays this character is there instead.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Does he look at all like the character?
Yes, they based the likeness of that character off of. He's a famous Japanese comedian.
I say a comedian.
Yes, I forgot his name. Okay, so for starters, you know how they give a rose to the girl of their choice?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This Rizless motherfucker gives a dandelion.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Okay.
I mean, every weed's a flower if you think about it.
Oh, you think I've gotten to the worst of it? You're wrong. You're wrong. Okay. Then you have to see each and every one of these scenes. You have to talk to every girl and they ask, so how'd it go? Didn't go well. Oh, really? Why not? And then you see in excruciating detail how it did not go well.
Oh, no.
One example.
Oh,
one girl really likes her picture being taken. So he arranges a photo shoot to take nice pictures of her. Then for whatever fucking reason, you know how professional portrait studios, the cameraman shakes like a rattle to make a baby laugh for the picture?
Yeah.
Guess what he starts doing?
Oh my God.
So shake the rattle?
To a grown woman?
To a grown woman.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. He does what?
He when you know when you go to a professional studio for Christmas or Easter pictures with a baby and you rattle like a toy to make him smile?
Yeah.
He's doing that to the girl.
To a grown ass woman, treating her like she's a baby.
Oh God.
It gets worse. Okay.
Oh, no.
And then when he's with one of the other girls, he decides to go to freshen up mid-conversation after talking about beauty tactics. He then proceeds to take a 2-hour long shower and kept the poor girl waiting. And then she just fucking leaves.
What was he doing in there?
He
Wait.
literally just showering every orifice of his body like 5 times over.
I'm sorry, and they weren't in a hotel.
No,
So this wasn't like the Japanese pre-sex ritual.
no, this was like some set for a show or like some I don't know where it was. I was cringing
So
at a
he's
neutron
just
star too much.
insane.
Star too much. Oh yeah, I wrote. If you guys remember, I wrote this all down in the group chat. That's why I'm going off of memory here. Then another girl he wants to win with his culinary skills, which you think would be a shoo-in because this guy's whole thing is he's a great cook. He's the cook for Majima's crew. He wields a giant meat cutting blade. No. Instead, he's cooking her a nice meal. He decides to show off like he's some big hibachi-style cook and throwing the tools and ingredients around, but he keeps dropping them. And he hands her a basic-ass dish of plain noodles on a napkin! Not even on a plate! On a napkin!
Doesn't have a bowl.
No! He serves her plain-ass noodles on a napkin!
I guess that's better than what I thought you were going to say was that he was going to cut like either his own or one of her fingers off during his showboating.
Oh, that would have been funnier! That would have been funnier! But no! Oh, and then I nearly forgot about the first one. In the first one, he tries to order drinks for him and the girl he's dating. Keep in mind this takes place in Hawaii. He's Japanese. He doesn't speak a damn bit of English outside the dub, making you think he does. The waiter tries to point to the menu and ask him which drink he'd like, but instead of telling him he doesn't speak English and don't understand it, we need more assistance, he just keeps on making jokes, and somehow the waiter interprets it that he wants a thing of yogurt. So he literally sips from a yogurt in his wine glass while talking to this poor girl.
In a wine glass?
Yes!
The waiter
Oh my god! Oh, now I regret missing this part.
No, Austin, I think you would have hated this. I think you would have been cringing the whole time.
Oh my god.
So
Oh, he's gone.
Low budget Danimals fruit smoothie.
What?
So
What did you just say?
It's like a low budget Danimals drinkable yogurt.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear a word you said, just kind of all blended together for me. And I'm like, wait, what?
So it should come as no surprise that you, after sitting through all 5 of these, it then comes for his time to choose which girl he wants, and you actually get to you the player get to choose which girl you want. But guess what? It doesn't matter, because what do you think the women all did at the end?
Turn it down.
Damn.
I was gonna say.
Oh, no, they were all gone. They left.
Choice. Yeah, there's no choice here.
And
I would have loved to.
what made it so much better, I don't know if this is better or worse, but after you're done hearing the story, you turn around at the bar, and this is what you see. I put it in the group chat.
Okay.
Oh boy, what have you
Okay,
done?
let's see here.
Oh my god.
And he's like, he fumbled it so bad. I'm
Oh, I
like,
love
no
it.
shit, dude. I almost want to defend, will understand like the thing with the girl with the picture and the grooming yourself up too long thing. But you were the chef of a pirate crew. How did you cook basic ass noodles on a napkin?
If you're gonna take that long to groom yourself, it should be before you go to the date, not in the middle of the date. Bestie, what is wrong with you? How bad did you smell?
But like, I would have forgiven this if this was in any way funny, but it wasn't. It was cringeworthy.
It's just very that. I don't know. Hearing it secondhand is pretty funny, but having to go through it,
God.
it might have been pretty fucking bad.
Oh my word! And well, I never had to do it again. I think that was like one of the last things I had to do for the platinum, and I took the game back. Oh my word! I hate this guy.
I'm surprised. Did you nominate this guy for
No,
Kentucky as well?
I almost did because you know that one girl that runs the dating app that you met in Pirate Yakuza, Infinite Wealth.
Yeah.
Apparently, she takes a liking to him, and they go on a date.
Why?
Oh, wow.
Girl,
Yeah, so
your
I was
taste.
like, oh, immediate disqualification. He's in the next category for another reason.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Masaru Fujita, fuck you. You couldn't have zero negative riz if you tried. I think you already have as little as humanly possible. and there's no reason for it, considering in the main canon, you were actually a pretty damn good chef.
I mean, I guess that wouldn't necessarily translate to being decent with women, but I am still hung up on the fact that he just served noodles on a napkin.
Oh, yeah.
Gross. Ugh.
Oh my god.
All right. Who else wants to go? Or most of these nominees the ones that I have a hand in too?
Let's see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nominees, John.
Okay, let's.
Well, I can briefly talk about Captain Celebrity.
I was just about to say I'd like to hear about the blonde guy.
Captain Celebrity is a douche.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a superhero from America.
Wow.
Who literally manufactures crises so that he can look good for social media.
Dick.
And he will actually turn down going to save certain people if it doesn't look good for the press.
So he's like anime Homelander.
Yeah.
Oh.
Austin, I think he'd be closer to Captain Quark.
Yeah, like the butt chin alone reminds me of Captain Quark.
Yeah, Captain Quark's the same way.
I see.
Sorry, who?
Captain Quark is would you call him like a villain or anti-hero in Ratchet and Clank?
Anti-hero from Ratchet and Clank, yeah.
Wasn't he the villain in the first one?
Yeah, he starts out in villainous in the first 2 films.
Isn't that called like a minor villain?
Yeah, but Captain Quark was assisting the main villain in like the first game, and then he becomes
the main villain in the second one.
Yeah, he's just like an affable idiot, but like Captain Celebrity is like he's worse than him on that front. Yeah, that's about all I have to. I nominated it because I'm like, dude, you're a superhero and you're only doing it for the media attention. Fuck off. Go back to America.
His stupid butt chin. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what makes this even funnier for me? In the dub, he's voiced by Goku.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Who nominated Guy Gardner?
I think that might have been me.
Yeah, I think so, because Guy Gardner is like the punchable face in comics.
Yeah, I will help with this if you want. You go ahead.
I'm gonna help too. So I remember when a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, his hair looks so stupid." Guys, that's how his hair looks in the comics.
Yeah,
really,
apparently they
does.
fought really hard to make his hair comic accurate. Because they thought it was stupid.
Is a Green Lantern, one of them.
Yeah.
And he's probably everyone's least favorite Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, he's a
smarmy asshole.
Dick.
Nathan Fillion actually was asked, how would you describe Guy Gardner, the character? And he had the pitch perfect summary for Guy Gardner. It's like, you're in need of saving, and if it's from a supernatural threat. I know, I'll call the Green Lantern Corps. They send Guy Gardner. You say, fuck, not that one.
Yeah.
Nobody wants Guy Gardner. I think it was in the Young Justice show. They were talking about adding somebody to technically the Justice League, and they suggest Guy Gardner, and Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan were there, and they go no, but no.
They both in unison say no.
Yeah,
and he's pretty accurate personality wise in the and Superman, which I was very happy with.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion brings his best douchebag to the table. In this film, he does a fantastic job of making you think he's just insufferable, and it's like I feel like he's almost enigmatic of this category to me, because he's not necessarily a villain, he's not necessarily an evil guy, he's just this side of frat guy asshole that is so goddamn insufferable that if you had to be alone with him in an elevator for longer than 2 floors, you'd want to deck him. You know, he's so egotistical, and he's so just self-obsessed. Every conversation's about him, and it's so kind of hard to explain. I'm not sure if that's a good explanation. He's just every asshole jock you probably ever knew in high school.
I remember Peacemaker spread a rumor about Guy Gardner having a puke fetish in season 2 of Peacemaker.
Yeah, and he was there for a Peacemaker's interview for the Justice Gang, but they left the mic on and they were trash talking him the whole time.
Yeah. Because Guy Gardner set up the microphone all wrong.
Wow.
On purpose to mess with Maxwell Lord.
Ah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rudy. What were you going to
Guy
say?
Gardner is just an extremely unlikable character, and Nathan Fillion does do a good job. Like, you just get so annoyed when you see him on the screen. And again, it's not like he's evil or anything. He's technically a good guy. It's just you can't stand to be around him. Like, if he's talking to you, you're just begging in your mind for him to shut up.
Right? Like, clearly none of his teammates, like, really like being around him. And yeah, he's certainly not a villain. He's trying to help and save people, but he's just so, it never really feels like he's maybe even doing that for the right reasons. He's doing it because I think he wants that admiration and that popularity, because he does get pissy that like Superman is more popular than him. And I think that for him, you know, he's got this air of childishness to him that I find very interesting. Like, I can't remember the exact exchange, but when he gets pissed off and brings up how many women he slept with.
Oh, God.
Like 300 women would disagree with you or something like that. And it's like, I think it might have been something about the hair.
He really doesn't like it when you make fun of his hair.
Yeah. But it's just like, it's that sort of braggadocio that makes you go like, oh my God, dude, stuff it.
Yeah, just be quiet, please.
Go do your Green Lantern thing and shut up while you do it.
All right, I think we only have a couple left.
Yeah.
We have Hal from Happy Gilmore 2 and 2 Thunderbolts characters left.
All right, let's do it.
You want to do Hal, and then we'll save the Thunderbolts characters for last?
How many people have seen Happy Gilmore, the first one?
I have seen Happy Gilmore, the first one.
Yeah, I saw the first one.
I chose not to see the second one, but I did watch a pretty decent summary.
Yeah, so like, you know how like Hal, Ben Stiller's character Hal is this like abusive
elder
caretaker,
elder
care person, and he basically uses the elderly for slave labor, like to because he has like a black market for like quilts. Yeah, and he's making them knit them and sell them on the black market. So between Happy Gilmore 1 and 2, he no longer works for that senior care place. Now he's an AA advocate. He runs an Alcohol Anonymous group. But guess what?
No.
He shames them for their alcohol abuse and makes them further do more unpaid labor for him.
Oh my God!
Of course.
But thankfully, this time he gets arrested by the FBI.
Well, good.
Okay.
So yeah, that's about all I can say about him. I just like he was written to be a complete punchable asshole. So I felt like he deserved a nomination of some kind.
I'm like I said, I haven't seen the second one, but in the first one, Ben Stiller brought a pretty good performance. He's always been quite good at having like screaming freakouts, like angry like verbal abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that continues in the second film.
Yes. Yeah. Happy's grandmother's not
alive anymore.
Not alive anymore. So like he now takes it out on his people that come to his AA meetings.
I see,
including Happy, because Happy, Adam Sandler's character, falls back into alcohol after he ends up killing his wife by accident.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what.
Jesus Christ.
That's what my friends call me, Pat.
Happy Gilmore has a very bad relationship with killing the people he loves by accident. Yeah. And as much as I loved his wife's character, it made sense that trend continues in the second one.
All right.
All right. So that just leaves 2 characters from the same movie. Should we talk about John Walker first? Or we should talk about Valentina first?
Let's do John Walker first.
Austin, you want to take this one?
Okay. Now, if you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you might remember him when he was briefly the new Captain America. And
The government sanctioned one.
Yep, the government sanctioned one. And like he was given the shield and everything. But he ended up just chasing after this one suspect and beating him to death with his bare hands.
And everybody with a phone saw it.
Well,
Yep. So, is that when he lost the title?
Yes, right after that. And
I mean,
he stole
I would
the
hope
super.
so.
Yep, and he stole a super soldier serum because like the people they were hunting were making them, and without telling anybody, he took one of the vials and slipped it in his pocket.
Oh, so okay.
He
Okay.
wasn't given the super soldier serum by the U.S. government. They were hunting down people who were smuggling those vials, and he just took one from. He saw one on the floor, and he no one was looking, put it in his back pocket, then took it when no one was looking.
Hmm.
So, and it was a working one, so he is just as powerful as Captain America is.
Yeah,
And,
only here he's the equivalent of basically a cop.
Yeah, he's basically a cop, Captain America, because he still doesn't. And by the time of the Thunderbolts, he's still not sorry for what he did, because the other soon-to-be members of the Thunderbolts point out, it's like, oh yeah, you were Captain America for like 5 seconds before you killed an innocent man on a live stream. He's like, to find innocent.
Well,
Yeah.
so definitely a cop.
Yeah, he's a complete fucking dick all the way throughout the movie, and I think Yelena has like the best line, like when she's ripping into every other member of the team. He goes and says, I guess it's my turn to get roasted, huh? I was like, no, John, everybody knows you're trash, including your family.
Damn.
His
Yeah,
wife
because-
divorced him.
Because he it's revealed like when Bob touches him and he shows his darkest memories, if you remember from the previous episode.
Oh, I
his
do,
darkest
yes.
memory is when he's doom scrolling looking at negative hit pieces about him, and his wife leaves him because he's not taking care of their child. He's got the child in the crib while he's just sitting there on his phone.
Yeah, so he clearly has no negative conscience about any of the terrible things that he's done.
He also lied that that he still had his family at home, but I think Bucky points out when he arrests them all that it's like, I know who you are. You're a disgraced Captain America whose family left him. And they all look at him like, you, but they didn't look surprised, which I thought was even funnier. It's like, you lied to, you know what? That makes sense. All right, and last, the villain of the film, Valentina. Christine nominated this one.
Yeah. So basically, John, you can tell her backstory, and I'll just tell her why. I'll just tell them why I nominated her after you tell her.
Valentina, who I think is brilliantly played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I love Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
She is a U.S. government official who basically hires the members of the Thunderbolts to do like her dirty work. Mm-hmm. And she comes up on an impeachment trial by the U.S. Congress, and right before her hearing, she sends all of her dirty materials and agents away to a furnace off-site that to destroy, including the agents. Like, she lies to them saying, "Oh, I need you to hunt this target that's going to rob from me," and evidently that's all the Thunder's like, "Okay, you hunt this one, and they find out in real time that they were all lied to.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tries to burn them all alive.
And and she also finds out about Bob.
Even though she doesn't know Bob is there.
No, she does not know Bob is there. She's like, who's this guy in the pajamas? Where did he come from? And he was a part of Project
Doesn't
Sentry,
matter.
which she
just burn him anyway.
yeah. He was part of the Project Sentry project that survived. But then as soon as she finds out that he's basically immortal and like almost as powerful as Superman, she tries to manipulate him into doing her bidding so that he's like the perfect marketable superhero. But once Bob gains his confidence after a confrontation with the Thunderbolts, he now decides, you're not a threat to me. Why should I listen to you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they handle the stuff with Bob's alter ego, the Void, they try to go arrest Valentina, but she's like hiding behind like this curtain. And then when they pop out, she turns this whole thing into a press junket. It's like, may I introduce you to the New Avengers? So that little asterisk on the title, that's what it was for. It's actually, the movie's actually called The New Avengers.
Yelena whispers into her and goes, "We own you now." And it's
Yep.
kind of true because if she fucks up, they can tell everybody the truth, and everyone's going to trust the superheroes over her.
Yep. Because the U.S. government is not looked at all that well right now, especially after the now former president of the United States went Red Hulk a couple months prior. All the shit with Hydra is probably still in people's minds.
Mm-hmm. But also, like, I want to also second this that Julia Louis-Dreyfus really does a good job here and I feel like she's one of the few actresses from was it Seinfeld?
Yes.
Who still has like is a legitimate threat because she just plays. It's not just that Valentina is smarmy, but you can also tell that she's sort of like aware of that, and she's trying to like get people to like her and trust her. But again, it's just Louise gives her some charisma, and it's like you hate her. There are times you're like, oh, maybe she might be right. I don't know. Like, she's also really having fun with the role. You can tell.
She's also really mean to her intern.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, her intern.
Mean to your intern.
Yeah, especially since her intern saved her life. Like she hit the kill switch on Bob to incapacitate him, and the only thing she has to say to Valentina is, "I want a raise."
Good. She deserves a raise.
Christine.
All right, is that everybody?
Did Christine have anything else to add to Valentina?
I kind of did, but
Sure.
like I said, I was gonna have you guys give the story, and I was like, literally, like every time this woman talked, or did something, I literally just wanted to punch her in the face. I really did.
Hence,
I really did.
Hence her being on the list.
I see.
Like, oh my god, she's awful.
Yeah, we're probably stuck with her in Doomsday.
I do feel the need to note that Julia
Hopefully she'll be the first
Louis-Dreyfus,
casualty.
beyond her role as Elaine, Venice, and Seinfeld, did also then go on to do like I want to say like 6 or 7 seasons of Veep, where she played the vice president, and then
Don't forget she was also the snotty neighbor in Christmas Vacation.
Right.
Okay, it's time to vote. Who wants to go first? I'm going last because I'm the host for this one.
First.
Okay,
so it's 5 votes, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I vote for Victor Frankenstein, Guy Gardner, Hogwood, John Walker, and let's see.
Got one more.
Kara Holiday from Deltarune.
I was expecting Monster to be one of them. I'm surprised, but it's your vote.
No, that story about you repeatedly fumbling just cracked me up. Like, I can't be mad at that. I just want to laugh at his stupidity.
Yeah, especially since he didn't get anything out of it.
I'll go.
I'll go after.
All right. Oda from No Sleep for Monodate, Hogwood, Frankenstein, Guy Gardner, and Valentina. She sounds like a shitty person.
Christine wants to go next?
Yes, I do. Carol, Toriel, Oda, Guy Gardner, and Valentina.
Austin.
Yeah.
I already voted.
That's right, Rudy. Sorry.
All right, Oda. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say Toriel. Captain Celebrity, just because influencer suck. I got 2 left.
Yeah.
Yep, 2.
Okay, I'm gonna say the dude from Like a Dragon, because oh gosh, what a piece of work. And,
Oh, what a piece of shit.
What a piece of shit work.
and Hogwood.
All right, my turn then. Claptrap,
Damn.
Masaru,
You
No surprise there.
Hogwood.
no hesitation.
Got 2 more.
John Walker, Toriel. Is that 4 or 5?
That's 5.
That's fine.
Okay. Who
Yeah,
won?
let's tell you that.
It looks
It looks like Hogwood won, I think.
yeah,
It's
Hogwood
another
won.
win for sinners.
Another win for Sinners, and the only award Klansman deserves.
I would
Wow.
say out of all of these, I think he should have been the one to run away with it, because if we're not punching Klansmen and Nazis, what the fuck are we doing with ourselves?
Yeah, because I think Red Dead Redemption 2 had the best idea. So there's a morality meter in the game, and it goes up and down whether or not you slaughter innocent people. Your meter does not go down if you kill Klansmen in that game.
I like that.
It adjusts for every other member of society that you kill, not Klansmen. It doesn't go down at all. So yeah, I want to say congratulations, Hogwood, but I don't think you can hear me down there in hell.
Fuck you, Hogwood. Here's your award, and we fling it at his head.
Sorry, I can't do it.
I
There,
hope
he's
you
Ash now.
would-